Okay, I don't know. This may or may not be working. I just read. We are live. There we go. Phantom! Okay, I'm gonna say this. It's been kind of chaotic for the past few days. I have the proper actual party. We'll be on like Monday per se, but I just wanted to catch up on you guys. One, because I felt really bad that I got my date slightly stuffed up. So I'm saying in advance that I did have a bunch of stuff planned for Friday, and then my time schedule was stuffed up. I've been spending like the whole day just sorting out stuff. Hi, Phantom. Honestly, Phantom, if you're the only one here, I'm happy. Can do a catch up here. Right? Man, you go for a month and it's like, oh, it's been so long. And I was thinking of all the things. I just realized the chat ain't working. It's behind the cake, man. Risky. Okay, wait. I moved the cake. Oh, I don't know. Wait, that's deleting the cake. But come back. The cake. Oh, I guess you're just over here now. Welcome. Okay, chat, I have so much. I was gonna make a PowerPoint and like tell you guys what I did, but then today's been like on fire. You know, like when you don't go on holidays and you come back from a holiday and you just like did not know what a holiday is like, so you spend the whole day sleeping instead of preparing, and then now you're like, I'm like, okay, I tell you what I got planned. Welcome. Thank you so much, Die. Thank you so much, King, Professor. We got Risky here. Everybody's so cool. Thank you. And this is very last minute. I kind of was like, yo, if one person rocks up, I'm really happy. Oh my god, thanks guys. I was very amused. Okay, we're gonna start all the way from the start and just say I appreciate the birthday wishes. No one successfully got the right date, but I was very impressed. Thank you. It was a great birthday. I spent my birthday transiting from one place to another. I didn't realize I was supposed to like use my phone to show my photos, but I just realized my phone is for my tracking, and I was just like, this is an Aries dumb brain moment. But I will go off memory what I got. I have many announcements that you guys will be very interested in. So I will do like a proper, like organized, like a proper comeback stream on Monday, that I will like prepare a bunch of stuff that I did. But I was supposed to today. I slept. I think it would have been in chat. I got very sick. Like I'm still not 100%. I think I got COVID while I was on holiday. I kid you not, everybody got madly sick. Like, it was like a plague. It came through, and I remember, like, one person got sick, and it was really bad. And I'm like, it's the beginning and the end, man. Luckily, I have lots of vaccinations or whatever. So, first anniversary of the new royalty of VTuber family. Yay! I mean, thank you, Professor Ether. But yes, so if my brain's been slightly a little bit around the place, it's because I'm looking a lot of sleeping as of late. I'm better, but like I still feel like I'm like, there could be something in there. I'm like not 100%, but we're getting better. So I don't know where we want to start. We'll start with the plague that I went through. So okay, I will give you the full story. I didn't want to say everything before I went purely for safety.
Would you look at that?
Oh, we're
Staying
TTS
up
cat.
until 3 a.m. was a good idea. Missed you.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed now.
But you're here for the party, and that's what matters, Shavox. To start off with it, I will tell you now where I went. So, yeah, for security, I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't actually say where I am, because that could get, like, you know, enough information on where I'm about. I'm like, safety, whatever. I know you guys are all good, but I went to China. And you're thinking, why would you go to China? And it's like, my grandma. So I'll give you the full story. Okay, I'll start from the beginning. My grandma went to Aries and was like, Aries, I'm getting old. I've always wanted to see the Great Wall of China, because you know how like they say you can see it from space and it's like the wonder of the world and it's like very cool or something. So she's like super old and she's like, I don't think we could ever go another holiday. So I'm gonna make a holiday with you, your mom, and like your uncle and your cousin, and we're gonna go to China of all places. And Aries was like, okay, you know, like I've never been to China before. I'm sure like it was a very interesting experience. I think you will enjoy the stories. You absolutely cannot see from space. It's too thin. I mean, you know, chat, when we all went to Mars in that previous stream, you could tell me if you can see it from space or not. How are you? Wait, your birthday was 3 days ago? Happy birthday, not cute. Hello, Zurich Commit 6. Welcome to the chat. I am doing my comeback. I've been on a holiday for a holy month, and I've been really inspired. I think what's really cool is seeing, like, I guess, like, the anime scene is, okay, what do you think Aries went to the shops? She was like, I'm gonna check out the anime, and, like, it's a cosplay scene in China. So, for anyone to know, I went to, I sent some photos to confuse you guys. As you guys know, I'm from Australia, so I had a few days in Indonesia, which I was trying to throw you off my trail. And then we had to transit through Singapore, and then we went to China. So a girl also was like using the phone translator app to like ask people things. Boy, I don't know how accurate that was, but that was like a lifesaver because, yeah, girl can't speak no other languages, so it was very fun just be like, what country are we in? Let's go turn on that translator app. Thanks, I know an old person. 30 years. No, 30 is like the golden era right now, okay? Like, you're like super wise now. You can think of all those things you can do. Right, I'm only back on Twitch for like a week. Oh, well, it's perfect timing. I kind of guessed you went to Indonesia. So, like, so for story time, like, Indonesia was, like, cool. Like, I haven't, like, really tried food there and stuff. So, like, well, one, I can't eat most food because I've got dietary, but, like, that's another story altogether. And I've got some fun ones there. But it was really cool just seeing, like, they had, like, a snake fruit or something. Like, that weird crispy looking fruit that looks a bit funny. It tastes really good, but they don't have them in Australia. So I'm like, okay, I guess, like, I have to remember that flavor real good. I'm never gonna see it again. We missed you, Freddie. I miss you too. Riley, I miss you too. I kid you not, I actually thought about you guys a lot. I was like, I miss you so much. Like, and it was like things where like I wanted to show you things, but I would be constantly getting like really dumb stuff in the footage. Where like I had this whole thing of like, I'm working through, I'm talking, and then I reflected in like a mirror, and I was like, you know what, this is too risky, because I would see I could like send you videos, and like it's just too easy to reflect in something. But I was like, oh, it's so nice, wholesome. I'm not sure you missing me is a good thing. I miss all of you. No, I kid you not, I thought about you a lot. Like, so number one was food. So that was really cool food. People don't know I have dietary, which makes it fun when you have a life-threatening dietary requirement and you are having mad-ass translation issues. So we'll go through the story number one. But for anyone who doesn't know, I probably mentioned it accidentally, but I do have a allergy thing where it makes it fun because, like, hey, I can't eat things, or I got, like, you know, fun times for everybody. And what makes it more fun is going to another country and try to tell people, hey, I can't eat this because if I eat it, I will die. Inhales deeply. But it was totally probably my fault because I used Google to translate it, and I don't think it came out correct. But I tried to ask people, like, I can't eat the said item, like, in the food, because I could get in trouble. But what kept happening is people were like, oh, so you want to separate it. So they would put the item I can't have, like, separate to the food, right? Like, separate, and it's touching it. It's been all contaminated. And I remember one person, I'm like, wait, no, I can't have it. Can you, like, make it again? And what she did was she just chucked out the offending part of it, but we checked the duck or whatever that Arius was eating, and there was still, like, the shells of, like, the food I couldn't eat underneath it. And I was like, turtle screaming. Arius can't eat the cake on the screen. I actually could not eat the cake on the screen. I wouldn't be able to eat it. It's 100% all for you guys, chat. Singapore, China, you went to a trip. That's nice. I wanted to go to Japan. I want to go to Japan too. I think, like, you have to understand, like, so also why I didn't really have much of a say of where I went is that my grandma, like, she put a lot of funding so that I could go on the holiday. Like, she paid for, like, so as you know, I kind of went a lot of transition places because, as you can know, China's a little bit far from where I am at. So she paid for, like, so many things, like, to help me, and that's why, yeah, it was really sweet because she's just like, yo, this is like important to spend time with your family, obviously, while they're, still alive. She's obviously getting older. Sweetest lady ever. Woman, like, splashed out. Like, she's like, Aries, I have bought Disneyland tickets with a fast pass. I'm like, what? I would have just waited in the line for 2 hours. She's like, no, we went all the way here, and I didn't even know she got Disneyland tickets. So I also went, I mean, okay, chat, if you go to Disneyland, in China, Johnny Depp speaks Chinese, for the Pirates of the Caribbean, right? And I'm sure it wasn't supposed to be that funny. I think I was laughing for the wrong reasons because I had no clue what he was saying. Everything was not in English. But it did make for an interesting ride, so I highly recommend. It's a fun ride, except everything's in Chinese, and they just dubbed Johnny Depp in Chinese, and that other guy, the squid villain guy, is speaking Chinese too. There was also Chinese Spider-Man. I think, like, culturally, and this is like the really beautiful thing about holidays, right? Is that you need to understand that, like, holidays broaden, I think, your, like, understanding of, like, how things are. And I think it was just really interesting being like, yeah, because, like, you know, these movies that we watch, and we kind of just take it as default and be like, oh, they're, like, in English or whatever, right? But you understand, no, like, they're going to be translated to, like, I don't know, French, German, you know, like, Chinese, like, all these different people, and that these people, like, really get passionate about it, and they're obviously going to have, like, a theme park for it. So, is that garlic on the cake? I think it's supposed to be, like, meringue, but if you want it to be a garlic cake, sure. Aries clearly wasn't a big rush before the party and just shoved some garlic and hoped you wouldn't realize. What? I haven't got to throw that many times. I don't believe in allergies. This is due to stuff I won't get into. Oh, I hope it's garlic. So yes, unfortunately, and that's okay. Like, I think even in Indonesia, it's the same thing. Like, I think, you know, allergies, like, oh, like, it should be okay. But I've got, unfortunately, the very, like, the fun type where I can't gamble on this. So I was constantly being like, I don't think I can come here again. But it's alright, chat, because I found Chinese McDonald's and Chinese KFC, and I was good, because I was like, you know what? If there's one thing that these, like, mega brands can do is that, like, the food's consistent. And as a person who took Chinese McDonald's, I can safely say that a Chinese Big Mac tastes the same as the Australian Big Mac. Though I did try, like, a special burger. Oh, hello. What do you mean, Twitch? 3333993. Can I change your mind? It's my, like, comeback stream today. Well, it's like the pre-party. So, like, there'll be a bigger party on Monday with a bunch of things planned, but I haven't had time to plan because I literally have just, like, woken up. Right? Australia and China are sister countries in one aspect. What is it? We both lost wars and birds. We both lost war and birds. You didn't tell me more of a story. What happened with the birds? Right? What? Except the Hong Kong. Wait, I'll explain, Professor. Yeah, hello back. So, that was something else with food, where I was just like, okay, and then, yeah, Chinese Disneyland was really fun. I don't know why they put the thing I was allergic to on popcorn. That was a new one. I was just like, I never expected you to, like, you think you have, like, popcorn, but no. I was so excited because I was like, I got popcorn. I was, like, smelling the popcorn. And then it was really dark in the place where I was, and then I got it, and it had not. Oh, no, that wasn't Disneyland. That was Universal. Yeah, my grandma was like, Aries, I not only bought you Disneyland tickets, I bought you Universal Studio tickets. I'm actually crying. I didn't know. Like, she just did it as a surprise. And I was just like, oh, that's why I was like, I can't, like, it's just, she did a lot, and I think, like, she's the sweetest grandma. She, like, really, she, you know, like, when someone's like, I'm gonna, like, really try hard to make the bestest holiday ever, she really splashed out, was like, Aries, I got all these tickets for you to, like, really enjoy it, because you've never been to, like, Universal before, and I think this would be something, yeah, I mean, yeah, like, who doesn't want to go to a theme park, right? I can't believe Chinese chefs repeatedly try to assassinate Aries. Nor you'll just translate. I think that's it. Like, genuinely, from the heart of hearts, I think it's just translation issues, because, like, they did put an effort. Like, they tried to, like, separate it. It's just like with allergies, separating it doesn't really help if the things kind of just touched it all. If that makes any, or at least in mine. I know some people, like, I remember having, like, some funny fight with someone, because they had an allergy to the thing I'm allergic to, but they had, like, a mild allergy where they could eat it, and if they ate it, they would just vomit it up, and they wouldn't die. Like, they'd just be fine, right? So we had a fight where they're just like, dude, why are you being such a drama queen? If you eat that item, you could just vomit it up and be fine. I'm like, I don't think we can agree with that statement. But I think that's also the other thing is like different people have different severities. So yeah, I got the fun party pack, the great one where it's like, yeah, one-way trip to adventures, right? But wait, this will just cut me. Are you part Asian Aries? I don't know what I am. I'm gonna say no nothing. But no, it was very fun. Unfortunately, yeah, like language barrier was a thing. I wish we had someone there who could speak fluent Chinese because it would have helped a lot. But hey, Aries, you never know. But what else was there? So Universal Studios, and I know there's obviously a lot of controversy with, I mean, the Harry Potter land. But as a kid, I'd always wanted to try butterbeer. Butterbeer, I think that's what it's called in the books, right? So it was really cool because I'm not gonna lie, my grandma was like, "What's Harry Potter?" And I'm just, oh, and Harry Potter was Chinese too, but that's another story. But I've always wanted to know what butterbeer tastes like. So like, you know how like you're a kid and you're like, I'm never gonna be like having the money for this. You just like accept it. You're just kind of like, oh, I'll just like imagine it tastes good because the book said it's good. But like when I found out, and she only told us a few days before, and I was like, wait, you mean there's Harry Potter land there? And it was so cool because like I got to try the butterbeer because like and it okay. Tastes okay. I wouldn't say it's gonna knock your socks off, but it was definitely a new flavor, right? Aries is part cat. Exactly. You got it. Exactly. Phantom. How'd you know? Right? Even if it's not lethal, who in their right mind's gonna recommend food to someone? I'll just vomit it back out. It kind of beats the point of it. No, but I think that's it because like the other person, I don't know. I think they thought they had a severe allergy, and I was like, honey, you don't have a severe allergy. I know what a severe allergy is. I know what taking hospital trips is like. It's like thumbs up. Yep. What is there a Nintendo World and Genshin Impact Resort in China, Beijing? There is a Genshin World, yes, but I couldn't go in because you needed to buy a special Genshin ticket. And Aries was like, oh, okay, oh well, too late now. But there is Genshin World, but they might all speak Chinese. Like, okay, if you can't speak Chinese, which Aries can't understand anything, you just kind of like are here for the vibes is the better way to say it. Like there'll be something going on and you're like, my mom was really funny. She's just like, I'm making up a story because I don't know what's going on. I'm like, same. You can kind of get what's going on. Like, you know, if you've seen, for example, the Harry Potter movies and there's a Death Eater flying around, you're like, oh, look, Harry Potter's fighting the Death Eaters. I have no clue. He's probably just like, come on, like, we're gonna go defeat it or something. And I'm just like, once again, I don't know what you're saying, but okay, I'm here for the ride. Right? Freddie goes, what? Noted she's part Siamese cat, the Aries like, Siamese cat? What? I don't know. What is it? Freddie boy. Yeah, as someone that works with food for a long time, I often have to defend people with allergies like you, and it's not for fun. I appreciate it, because I think, I don't know, I guess that's it. Like, I kind of, and it's okay, like, I have talked to people who, like, you know, don't really believe in it or something, and I think, you know, there are demographics where some countries just don't have allergies, or if you did, maybe you don't survive that long, right? And I don't know, it's just like, yeah, it's hard because like if you know someone who has it, it's like, okay, like cool, like, you know, you understand it. But for someone who like maybe no family members have it, like this whole thing is like, oh, like they're just being super fussy with food. It's like, no, we go on a very fun adventure if we go eat that. Huh? Believes? No, not cute. But Aries, I need this. I'm a Chinese Thailand guy. Oh, Professor Eva. It's Saturday. It is Saturday. It's my catch-up stream because Friday I stuffed up my times and like, right? Here, it's Saturday. Or it's Saturday, it's Saturday, propaganda. You know, okay, I've got a funny thing, not cute, about that. Is that it was really interesting going into China and turning on the TV. And it was like Singapore news, China news, American news, and Russian news, and being kind of like, man, this is like real interesting what's going on here. So you're like, kind of just flicking through the channels, just be like, yep, there's things happening in this world. I won't go into it because I don't want to get, obviously it's a big stuff is happening. And like, the taxi drivers aren't afraid. Like, I had one taxi driver outright being like, sir, how do you feel about, you know, the current situation? And I'm going like, and that's what's really sad is I think from who I spoke to, the people, I think everyone there is just scared. I think like there's no from what I felt at least, there's not really any animosity. It's just kind of like, yeah, we're just kind of all in a poop situation together. And like I remember the guy being like, "Oh, so young people these days, are they all just like not having kids and wanting to have dogs?" And like in the West. And I'm like, I mean, if I think about my friends, yeah, most of them don't want to have kids and just have, and like, what is it, and have pets? And he's like, yeah, same problems everywhere. But yes, these taxi drivers are bold. They will be like, "Ah, you like, what is it?" They'll ask you if you're single, if you plan to get married and you want to have kids. And you're like, man, just like, bam. The taxi drivers are very brave. Aries was just like, what? Huh? I used to watch Arabian news on the TV in Australia. Oh, people would be like, allergies is fake, like the earth is flat. Yo, Aries are really forced to settle the shin impact on her shin? Persona today? I don't know if I can do Persona. I feel a little bit like slightly sick. So we're gonna kind of feel where we're like going. Like I'd say 90% better. I'm like 10%. I should probably just take a good rest. Like, you know, and just like recover for Monday, right? So taking to speak English through the translator app, baby. It was like hilarious. So okay, for anyone who doesn't know, the translate app on Apple, you can speak into it, and there's like a switch to flick it, and then they speak into it. So, like, they're just having, like, mad conversations where I'm like, hello, and once again, I don't know how accurate this was, so, like, there could be, like, translation issues. I'll say this. Like, it could definitely happen. But I'd just be like, hello, like, what things do you recommend in China? And then we'll just, like, hit the app, and then it'll, like, go the other way, and he'll go, like, and it'll say, like, all this stuff into it, and then it translated English, and then I'd be like, oh, and then I'll, like, answer it, and it was really interesting having conversations with people, and they're like actually like they're just chill. I think everybody's just kind of like just like I don't know. I think some of these taxi conversations would have to be pretty wild. I'll have to like just remember all of them, write them down, and have them ready for next chat. But it was pretty. What, 10 lessons against next week? What? Don't spoil that. I'm still reading my geology book. So actually I could speak English. Oh yeah. So it was all kids in this economy. I kid you not. The mad taxi driver just be like, kids these days, you peepsies. I'm just like, hey, you know? Seems like we have international problems everywhere. Right? What was it funny? What, are you the Aussie guy that cat VTuber and it got translated to people wanting dogs over kids? That would be so funny. I don't think so, because like you'd have to like speak, I guess, English to understand Aries on a English stream, unless you guys are all using Google Translate to translate me, in which I heard I'm a lot more funnier with the Translate app. I don't trust it, considering how many like mistranslations we had. What, the earth is pear-shaped, I'm sorry. I think the mistranslation, like, I think it's the joy of obviously going to another country, is that, like, there was some good mistranslations. So for anyone who doesn't know, in Shanghai, so we went to Shanghai and Beijing. In Shanghai, there's, like, the Shanghai Tower, I think. I don't know. There's, like, a really tall tower in Shanghai. And I'm not going to lie, everything was in Chinese. So I just kind of, like, pointed at a ticket and was like, ticket, yes. And I did not know what I bought. I was just kind of like, you know, like, okay, I got a ticket to go up. I think we're okay. So we go up the elevator and, like, I think from what I understood, like, from the pictures on the like, the pictures before the ticket, like, on the stand, it included the light show. So I was basically like, okay, I'm gonna go, like, to the light show, but I didn't know where it was on top of the building. So I went to a lady with a translator app, and I'm like, where to go, like, with the translator. And then she translates back, like, do you want afternoon tea or light show? And I'm like, what do you mean afternoon tea or light show? And then she, like, translates, like, your ticket includes afternoon tea. So lo and behold, I did not even know I bought high tea on top of the tower, which probably explains why the ticket was so much. But lo and behold, if I did not ask that lady with the translator app, I would have just been like, there's probably a light show somewhere. I'll watch the light show go down. It's not on the ticket anywhere either that you got an afternoon tea. It's just kind of like included in it. So yeah, I just thought it was really lucky that we all running around with translator apps not know what's going on, including getting a high tea that you bought that you didn't know. So I had I went in second batches with, like, the other side of the family, and they missed out the afternoon tea because they didn't know, even though we told them, but they got a bit confused on where it was and didn't end up doing it. So it was like a happy mystery box of me just pointing at things going, yes, yes, get. Oh no, yes, the tea. I'm translating from English to Chinese back to English. Right? We're all secretly watching you through a translation. I would be very amused. I would be very amused. I'm sure I'm much more funnier than as well. What else was there? There were a lot of museums, which I think was really interesting. Once again, just like the culture difference. Like, obviously, if we go to like a space museum here, because like if you go, there's a tower in Shanghai, called the Pearl Tower, I think it is. I don't know. You can Google it. It's like got a big circle. It's like a pearl, Oriental Tower, Pearl Tower. I don't know, something like that. And what happened is that there was like a space museum exhibit at the very top of it, like that you had to pay extra for. Once again, Aries just points. And once again, there's like another museum that I bought it for that I didn't know I bought, that I accidentally found out through translator apps on asking how to get to things, that I bought you know what, it doesn't matter. Aaron's just buying random stuff, did not know what's going on. But it was really interesting because like going up to the top, it's like, oh, we're doing like space, right? And it's like cool because it's like, oh, like normally if you go here in the museums, right, it's all like US ships and stuff. But there it's like, oh, it's like an exhibit of all the Chinese spacecrafts or something that went up. And I just thought, you know what, it's interesting at least that we never get kind of like a combination of things. It seems to be kind of one or the other. And you're just like, oh. But I learned a lot about Chinese spacecrafts up there and what they were building. I'm like, oh, very interesting. They had, I think like a historical museum at the bottom that was also included in the tickets, and a bunch of like VR rides in there. We like paid every VR ticket on every level. That cost a lot of money. But Aries enjoyed the VR spacecraft flying simulation doodad, where I had no clue once again what they were speaking about, but it was like very, I don't know, like is it no VR, AR? But it's like you don't need the glasses, but they have like a spherical viewing screen, so it's more immersive, right? Sequin of pleasant surprises. You would be more like very surprised on how many times I kind of just accidentally bought things. What? Congrats, Professor Ether, as well for your follow. Aries, you convinced me that I don't want to go to China. You're convinced, but you convinced me. I think the Great Wall of China is actually very impressive. So in Beijing, we went to the Great Wall of China, and I would recommend if you do want to see it, because like it is one of the seven wonders of the world, and I genuinely like was curious because a lot of people are like, oh yeah, the Great Wall of China is like very cool, right? So it was actually very long. I think like when you think, oh, it can't be that big, and you're just kind of like, oh, this thing's like huge, right? So we took a taxi or whatever to go to the Great Wall of China, and people were like, I'm gonna hike to the Great Wall of China, and my grandma was like, I ain't hiking up there, so she bought like a ski lift up there, and then tobogganing down. But the problem is we had to walk from one of the towers to another. I think it was like 15 to 6. And already walking from 15 to 6, I was like, I'm very tired. I thought about, oh man, think of all those like silly beans you tried to walk up to the wall, because I was already like walking on the wall, and then walking up to the wall is like, oh, I don't know. So if you ever do want to go to the Great Wall, I would recommend go get the little ski lift up. You can ski lift back down, or you can toboggan down. And like, it's kind of fun. It's kind of cute, right? VR is the reality using the eye devices. AR is the alternate reality, which is a type of game genre. Okay, so I think it's AR because we didn't have glasses. We just were like in this like moving chair thingy that was like, and it's like, and then like the wind, woo, like that. And it was like, it's very, very, very cool, right? What else was there? I think there's a lot of, if you are a foodie, so Aries just took a neg on that because she just can't eat. But I think there's like a lot of like really interesting looking food that had I been able to eat them, I would have probably just eaten a lot of things to try them. It was very like, whoa, that's cool. That I've never seen that before. What else was there? A lot of just sightseeing. If you go to Shanghai, there's like a big shopping district, and Aries like went to the Sega and spent all Aries' monies. Oh no! I got like Yakuza merch, and I also got Persona merch because I was really surprised. I was like, I thought Sega would be full of like Sonic stuff, but surprisingly it was just full of Persona and Yakuza stuff. So I'm just like, do people in China don't like Sonic? There was some Sonic, but it was like there was a lot of Yakuza stuff and a lot of like Persona. They had a lot of Persona 3 stuff too, but I haven't played Persona 3, so I was like, I don't know like any of this, right? I think it would be VR, very different to American version. Okay, did you notice the steps on the stairs of the wall were uneven? Yeah, it's like like the stone is like I don't know how to say it. It's like old stone, so like it's not gonna be straight. I wouldn't be surprised if they've like tried to level it out or something, but like there's very steep going downs and very steep going upsies. So if you do want to see it, I would recommend you don't wait until you're like my grandma's age, because I was just like, she had to ski lift down. Like she couldn't go to the thanks for the follow, Seki said. She couldn't go to the tobogganing because she was like, it was too far. She's like, I think that there's also an age limit. You can't toboggan if you're, you know, over a certain age as well. So if you do want to go to the Great Wall of China, I would recommend you don't do it when you're a granny or a grandpa, because, or just a very wise person, right? Because, yeah, it's just going to be very hard on your ankles. Because, like, when you're, you know, a bit, you know, not a granny or a grandpa, I guess, like, to do a walking stick, I feel, would just be very difficult to, or, like, you're not using a wheelchair up there, I'll tell you that, right? It's quite, it's uneven, it's, like, fine in some places and like crazy steep in some places and just like a little bit uneven in some places. But I do think it was like cool because just to see the view, like you like popped your head out, you're like, oh, look, we're in like a fort thing. And there were like so many of them. I mean, I would walk the whole thing, but like they have the recommendations. I think it's like 14, 15, 16 are like the best towers to look at. And then tower 6 is the one you can toboggan down. So they recommend you ski lift up to like 14, check out 15, 16. Go back all the way to 6 toboggan down. And then you're just like, yay, right? I read that the steps in the wall aren't even per design to show, to slow down enemies in case they came over the wall. Oh, I thought they claimed to be problems, so I was curious. I mean, Kim, but you have to see it for yourself. I would say, like, definitely, like, some of the parts were fine, but some of the forts were, like, very steep going down. Like steep enough that, you know, like, you hold the railing because you're just like, whoa, this, like, you know, you want to slip here, you're gonna, like, kapam, like, tumble and slide all the way down. So, definitely for me, I was just kind of like, yeah, I'd say, you know, you want to be reasonably, I don't know, balanced, fit, not fit. I don't think you're gonna be fit, but you're just gonna be like have good coordination. So obviously you don't just like fall down, right? There is a lot of warnings that it can be a bit dangerous when it's like wet because it's like more slippery and the stones are like, I don't know, older stones. The other one that is really fun to go to is so in Beijing is okay, which I severely underestimated, is that there's this place called the Forbidden City, right? And I was like, oh yeah, it would just be like a small temple. Aries it's gonna eat her words. What? Go to the Great Wall of China before I'm too old to toboggan. It's true though. Like, will you be really surprised? Like, I literally watched an old man get turned away at the tobogganing because the old man was just like, "Yo, I'm like fine. I'm like fit of mine. I'm like super fit." And they were like, "No, bro, you're too old. Go down the ski lift." So that poor dude got turned away and he was waiting his turn all the way in the line. So I mean, it's fair. I will say, like, you know, if he has any complications, obviously going down, it's going to be hard to get him down if he's like halfway down the toboggan versus in a ski lift, right? Because the ski lift has like, what do you call it? Like a bit of like a dead man switch, if that makes sense. Like toboggan is like if you pull the lever, you go, and if you let it go, it stops. So if you have something happen where you're not going anywhere, you're just gonna stop. I mean, it's good that you're stopping, but it's not, it's like, obviously you're there now, you're not going anywhere, right? How Crusader castles used to have a right angle turns to slow people, being rams to bash down the doors. Bringing ram, I don't think you're bringing a ram up the Great Wall of China, because it's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it, it's kind of, it's not very rammable. First off, how are you getting the ram onto the wall? It's very difficult, the wall is quite high, and then two, it's not that wide. Oh, wow, there's a big chat. Sire, someone's on the internet that made me angry, going around pooping about it. Do not put salt in your water. Oh, okay. Well, thank you, Daya. I learned something new about salt. Also, don't worry, Daya, I can still receive your message. It's just that if you put some words in, I have very high auto mod settings because I am a convention VTuber. So if I go to cons, I need to train you guys so that we're live. We don't hurt the kids. If they're watching, they can, I guess, if they're at the con. Hey, Dyer, how you going to door? I can still see it though. But okay, we don't have salty water. Understood, right? Or we, yeah, okay. Great walls are mainly built to stop cavalry over anything else. Okay. Yes, it was. I do think it's interesting. Like definitely like architecturally. If you go to the Great Wall, you're just like, oh yeah, I can see why like people call it a seven wonder of the world or something, right? Kind of like going to the Taj Mahal. Aries has been to Taj Mahal before. As part of like a school thing. That was like I'd say like interesting, right? What else was there in going on holiday? I'm trying to remember. I should go through my photos. Oh, there was a banquet. Okay, chat, I'll tell you about the banquet. So in Shanghai, and I think also Beijing, there's this like big Instagram thing with all the girlies where they're like, I want to go to the banquet where we all get dressed up cutely and they have like a show. And our Aries was always just like, man, that would be cool, but I'd never go there. Anyways, guess what? It happened. So I went, that was really cool. Basically, like, they got it was like the set is like the Han Dynasty. And you basically, well, it's optional, right? But you can hire out like full outfits. You can get an additional photographer to take pictures. It's really cute because I'll get some footage later on, like from Monday maybe, and like make a compilation so you can see it. But then they're like, oh, you can pick a cup. And I picked like the cup with like a fish in it, which was cute to like do your tea. And it was really good because they actually had a full on like alternate dietary requirement thing for me. So even though I could see, because like my mom was sitting next to me, and she had a totally different menu set to me because I had dietary. And I was like very impressed because I'm like, wow, this is like the first time and like the whole thing, the whole allergy thing got, translated correctly over. But it was so magical. I would say that is the highlight, one of the highlights one. I'm not sure if, I don't know, it could be more of a Aries thing, but I really like the whole banquet thing. You didn't need to understand Chinese because they had like on the wall projected a translation of what was going on. So you can still understand that. And they were like it was like a 7-course meal. They were like punching out stuff faster than I could eat it, right? Normally Aries, I would say, is like on a 1 to 10, a very fast eater, right? A rock blessing. Yes, exactly, Kimon. So for the Han Dynasty banquet, I wore a hanfu, which was very cool. I was also very lucky in that when I rented out the hanfu, they had obviously like props, like a fan and like a cup that I chose for the tea. Like you get to pick your own cup. They just go around with like all these cups. You pick one, and I picked the one that was cute with the fish in it because Aries likes fish. You should already know that, guys. But later on, when we went to the River City, I was able to pick up. Someone was selling the same cup that I picked for the banquet, so I actually have it now physically. And then also I found like one of those like, I don't know, like side street shops that sold the fan design that I used. So now I have like souvenirs to remember, like the dress up. And I was like, and they do your makeup and everything, and it felt so pretty. And it was so cute. I was like, oh, I love it. Right? Hello. We're doing rock blessings now. I know you haven't done rock blessings for a while. I'm giving you all the stories, right? Where is my rocks? What was really hard is that setting up stream and everything was out of date. And I was just kind of like, I remember where everything is and I have to update everything. But your rock blessing for today is the yellow event shrine, which is all about power and healing. Solar plexus, the Manipur chakra. Hope you're going good today, Harold. Oh, Phantom also. But yes, Heaven's pretty. If you are a dude and you want to go dress up like a cool king prince, they also had dude options. So there was some dudes rocking some really cool, like, what do you call them? I don't know, actually. I think Hanfu's the girl version. I don't know what the guy version is. So they had it for both people. So there were people like, yeah, and there was like, the VIP seats and like the not VIP seats. I didn't get the VIP seat, but if you were on the front, the acting troupe or whatever would like part of the act would give you the food from the act. But I'm just vibing in my little corner, which is great. But it was, I think it's like one of those, what I liked about it is like an immersive banquet is the best way, but you have to book in advance and make sure that, well, you can get it cheaper if you use, I think it's called like WeChat or something, which is like their equivalent of like Facebook, and it's very confusing. So I would recommend if you do want to go, you have to set it up before you fly, because all these like, you know how you see all those YouTube videos like how to repair to go to the place. So luckily I had that all set up so that you can do the deposit. But if you buy via a third party, you can't guarantee your seats and you might be split from your friends, right? The scholar bureaucrat fit. Yes, there we go, Cuba. But it looked really cool though. Like, so I would say like that was definitely a highlight, like doing the whole, like you probably already know, Aries likes dressing up. So being able to dress up and do all that was like super fun. I have enough footage that I could probably make a short from it, but I'm thinking whether one. Oh, the other one, there were so many old fashioned shops. Another dream I've always wanted to do. Well, mainly it was in Japan because the old fashioned that I did is from Japan, but there was already so much old fashioned for like Chinese brands in China, and I was like, oh my god, and the temptation, I was like, oof, I could buy some really nice things here, but I was like, no, Aries, you have too much at home, you don't need to buy more things. I have like a floor full of plushies right now that I bought. I don't have my webcam like properly set up like today to show you what I bought. Unfortunately, if I'm going overseas, which doesn't happen very often, not only did I buy like a bunch of Sega merch, but like they have, I don't know how to say it, but they have like Aries, like if you've seen the previous plush like keychain I bought, it was like a sea slug keychain, right? Unfortunately, in China, they totally understand Aries' horrible sense of humor of getting weird keychains that would never exist in Australia. And I will now proceed to list the keychains that Aries bought, and you can now imagine what they look like and be like, Aries, what are you doing? And the answer is, hey, I've never seen a keychain like this in Australia before. So let me like look over. What do I got? Okay, I've got the cake is begging to be dived on. What? You want to dive into my cake, ma'am? Go eat it. We've got garlic on my cake. According to chat. Oh, I just realized it's nearly Easter, so my cake is like totally in season as well. Chat, happy Easter soon. We're gonna have an Easter. Oh wait, so this is kind of as like an Easter birthday stream. Oh, 100%. I'll do something proper. I just haven't had enough time. Thankfully, past Aries made the whole birthday pretty shtick, so we have that. Excuse me, no, my cake. Mem's taking out half the garlic on the cake, chat. You have to fight out for the rest of it. It's the Easter week. I'm not gonna lie, it's been just like so much like on the holiday that I'm kind of like still catching up on what's kind of going on in Australia, which is another thing altogether. Coming back to like exciting fuel prices, I'm like, oh yes, it's so wonderful. Keychains that Aries got. Okay, I'm going to describe it and I'll show you on that Monday when I get the webcam, but you guys can imagine it. So like, can you imagine a keychain that's like a fluffy, cute cockroach? And then the cockroach has like you know, Australians call them like slippers or thongs, like the flip-flops that you wear to the beach. And then it's slapping the cockroach, and the cockroach has little tears on it because he got hit with a shoe. But it was such a weird concept to make into a keychain that Aries was like, wow, I need to own this. And you know where I found this keychain? In Chinese 7-Eleven. Chinese 7-Eleven. An Australian Chinese 7-Eleven. So that is why Aries was like, yo, I need to buy this keychain that I don't even know. Like, it's so beautiful. It's a very cute cockroach. And so Australians don't like cockroaches. We have too many of them in Australia. But this one was so cute. I was like, ah, yes. When we run out of bug spray and you have to get the shoe out and slap it. Look, let's start the cake. The cake is good. No worries, ma'am. Yeah, we started building the Mad Max setting. Just need the lads to finish up. Wow, wait, what? Hi, Yogurt. Tell me more. What's cooking? What do you mean, Mad Max? I want to know. What? Explain. Oh, also the game. The game that's coming out. The game that's coming out. What's the title of it? I'll give you that as well. Aries will be featured in the credits. But hey, voice acting role is the voice acting role. In the game, where is it? I forgot. Wait, where's the game? The game, get the game. Get the game. Where is it? I eat paintings when gods aren't looking. It's a chaotic game. Okay? And Aries will probably stream it. I don't know. I can only stream the demo or the other thing. So I'm in the credits. I get her in the credits and have voice acting, bro. So I'm gonna play the game, girl. I mean, if it's the demo, I won't get to the credits. But you can listen to Aries' bad voice acting that she did in like one shot and was like, here you go. Yippee! Right? What? I already got a flamethrower guitar. What's with this flamethrower guitar? If there's no fuel, Australia will naturally gravitate towards Mad Max electronic devices. Oh no! Oh, I just got it. Yeah, it's the fuel thing going on. Exactly. Oh, we'll see what happens. I don't know. It's world's very fun times right now. But yes, I will be doing a X announcement about the game that's coming out. I think it's what's the date? Wait. What's the date that's coming out? I eat paintings and gods aren't looking. Let me check when the date comes out. It's coming out the 8th of April. Right? So if you want to support the game, you could totally wishlist it, I guess. But like, there should be. I'll talk to the creator. I don't know if there's gonna be any giveaways or anything like that. But yeah, I've always wanted to be in a game. So now I'm in the credits of a game. I'm in the credits. You know the credits roll. I get a V the credit rolling. There we go. I think it's that. I bet these guys are looking. Yes. Made by fellow people that live in Aries state, right? That's tomorrow. No, today's the 4th. It comes out on the 8th, right? So Frog and Dove Games made it, and it is my thing at the end of the day is that I made it into a game. I'm very happy. Okay, so shout out to the indie game devs. I think it was made by I think 1 or 2 people who make it. It'll be very fun. And the original song is releasing. Yes. Casino in the Sky is releasing on the 7th. I still have to sort out a bunch of stuff for that. It's alright, it's a future me problem. But yes, you will be available on Spotify very soon, which is very exciting. And then not only that, there'll be a bunch of other stuff in additional, like, releasing with it. And not only that, if you happened to go to any conventions that Aries has announced beforehand, you would have actually got a sneak peek of the song. Or the whole song being played secretly before the release date, if you went to any of them. But I didn't mention that until the release date now. What? So yes, I hope you guys, like, that's like everything that's like cooking up, right? Where something else I did is that I bought some blind boxes because like China seems to be like every single shop. A lot of shops are like Pop Mart, or like blind box shops. Like, it's very big in China to have like the figurines and like the boxes and you get like a rare one. So like my mum bought a few, but she bought a whole pack. She's like, look, they look so cute. I'm like, you don't need 6 of these. But she's like, yo, don't the what the stream is like open them up on a stream? And I'm like, I mean, I guess. So Chad, you wanna watch me open up a bunch of boxes and see what we get? I was like, sure. Right? I'm sure Chad would enjoy that for Monday. So I can do some interesting blind box unboxings. You'd be like, Chad, do you think we're gonna get a rare one? I don't know, cheer for your luck for my mom so she can get the rare ones. I don't know. Right? Unboxing is fun. Who goes in every continent of mine got a good? No, Kimon! It's okay, Kimon, because you will be able to be here for the 7th on the original song. There are so many people you would have seen my X posts that worked on this, including a music video, lyric video, Watergate, Water, which is like the cheer for it. So like, oh my god, it is a lot of love that went into this, and I hope you guys really enjoy it, right? I'm gonna go, nice! Aries will also probably not be going too long today because it's like, I need food. It's been a chaotic day. I still haven't, like, what's the word, completely, like, cleaned up, like, with all the, like, the holidays. Because, like, you know, once again, I don't really go out. So it's like, oh, like, it's like, I'm back. And you think, oh, I'm just going to go straight into the swing of things. It's like, nope. You gotta, like, you know, clean up a bunch of things. Like, a few things you may have, like, left behind. You gotta catch up on a bunch of things. Welcome to this stream. We have come back. I didn't mention previously, but we went to China, which was like very, very cool. Very like, you know, many different things to see. It was like a totally new culture, right? I went to the Great Wall of China. If you missed out on anything, this will be on replay, so you can catch it up. But in summary, if you want to go to the Great Wall of China, don't do it when you're an old person because a lot of the things on the Great Wall of China are locked out by age, where if you're too old, you can't do certain things. Like, you can't go tobogganing down if you're over in age. We've confirmed Aries' law that Aries is side base. You'll never know anything. You never know what Aries is or is not. Aries is part cat. That's all I'm saying, right? I saw the Twitter post. Is that Pocket's VTuber model? Yes. Yes, it is. I helped Pucker make it. And I was like, Pucker, you have to stream. So we streamed. I forgot to set a category. But like, but we were just testing, so we didn't want to like tell people. It was just ages ago though. But Poker is all set up actually to stream, but Poker's very shy. I keep asking Poker, I'm like, Poker, do you want to stream? Poker's like, I don't really want to stream. I'm scared. I like to do that hard, but I will one day get Poker to stream with me, like properly with you guys, okay? Right? Well, I was gonna hear. Yes, it was very fun with the fam. It was like. Oh, it was like, how do I say this? It's nice to be able to catch up with your family, right? If, you know, they live far away, right? So I think my grandma decided she wanted to do something before. She wanted to see the Great Wall of China, right? Before, you know, she's getting old and she's like, Aries, come for a trip. Bye. She secretly bought us tickets to Disneyland and Universal Studios, which is wild, right? What? Tarot reading. Oh yeah, chat. If you've been like, I've been deprived of my tarot readings, by all means, ask. Right? If you have any questions about my trip, by all means, also ask. It was, what else was there? So we went shop. There was a lot of shopping. I'm probably forgetting things. I need my photos to remember, but they're on my phone. So I'm just like, I'll have to like put my photos somewhere else, and I'll be able to see. Oh, the water village. Chat. If you go to, I think it was Shanghai. There's like a water village, and like. They have, like, in Venice, they have, like, the stick that the dude, like, puts you on the boat and you, like, he, like, goes down the canal or whatever. And it was, once again, that was also really cool because, like, they had, like, a little map of, like, different places you could visit in there and you have to, like, follow the map. And at the very end, they're like, oh, you can just canoe ride back. And timing, I kid you not, we, like, I think it was, like, we closed at 5 and we literally caught the canoe at, like, it was, like, 4:55. And I was just like, oh my gosh. There was so many close calls with transit planes where we're like, there was one where it was like final call and we couldn't find the gate and we literally like made it just in time. This is what happens when Aries doesn't travel. She don't know where to go. What? What do you mean the what? The water town in Shanghai in China, Harold. I don't want it called. Don't make me try to pronounce places. It's the Google, if you Google, right? But I would recommend it. It's very nice there. Aries, you're the person who would enjoy Venice. No roads. You have a boat everywhere. I would enjoy a boat. I actually would. I don't know if I'd be able to paddle it. Let me rephrase. If someone else is paddling the boat for Aries, I don't know how you guys could complain about that. It's just like, yo, right? But if I'm paddling the boat for someone else, I don't think I could physically do that. I'd have like a lot of trouble. Also, I'll quickly do your tarot readings, guys. I'll catch up. Did I miss anybody? Tarot reading. Will I make a poor financial decision? Die. You got the Knight of Cups. Let me just, where'd my book go? Aries' brain is like slightly baked today. Doesn't remember things. I lost my tarot book cheat sheet. When I figure wherever that went, I will do you a reading. Oh, we go. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. La 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 la. Okay, my reading for you. It says, don't be in a hurry to get things done. Stop and think things through before acting. Take a vacation and stay away from responsibilities. Is that there's life before work. It's talking about work-life balance. Risky, your rock blessing for today as well. Let's see what we got. The blue turquoise, which is all about communication expression. It is the throat chakra. It is the Ajna chakra. It is blue rock. I hope going into next week you have all the best with your comms. And may things translate well. Tarot telling Aries to go back on vacation. No! It's for Di to go on vacation. Aries wants us to roam everywhere. Mentioning Watertown Minute. What? Venice is permanently flooded? Oh my gosh, Risky! The snake fruit! Oh, okay, chat. I love snake fruit now. Like, this doesn't sell in Australia, but it's like, it's really fun opening it. Because it's like 3 big seeds, and you have to like peel the fruit around the seeds, and then go, and then you eat them. Right? I think they're buying them from the airport because it's kind of overpriced and not worth it. But if you go to Indonesia, you have to try the snake fruit. I think other places will have it in tropical area, but it's like, I think illegal in Australia, so you can't bring it here. Maybe you can if it's like in a can. I have no clue like about I've never seen snake fruit before ever here. But it was really good. If you get a chance to, I guess try snake fruit, I would highly recommend it. It's very, very nice. Di also went to rock blessing. You have today the solar diet, which is all about intuition and thought. It is the third eye chakra, right? Which is the Vishuddha chakra. Going to next week, +1 to all the intelligente. I hope it goes very good. Actually, you know what's also really funny? Try to watch like TV. We went to one hotel that didn't have any English channels, so everything was in Chinese. So I remember trying to watch it with my mom, and then I was like, "Yo, what if I just dub it with what I think?" And she got really mad. She's like, Aries, stop trying to make it my own like show, and you're putting random dubs into this. That's clearly not what's happening. So I was like, chat, I don't know what you'd feel about that, but what if we just watched a show and Aries has no clue what's going on, but I dub it based on what I think is happening, trying to make a story. Be very cursed. Don't know if I'd do it. I thought that'd be interesting. Try it once, see what happens. What else does that happen? I think that's everything that Aries can. Try to figure out how to turn on the washing machine. That was also all in Chinese. That was absolutely beautiful. It consisted of pressing buttons and like magically, all right, I kid you not, I got it like second try. Okay, the washing machine, according to Google, was not a drying machine, but according to the receptionist, was also a drying machine. So I was like, okay, clearly the Google image capture cannot understand what this dryer is. It doesn't exist like normally other places, and we're gonna have to do some scientific exploration. So using the power of like the Translate app has this feature where you can take a photo and it will like translate over the writing. Mind you, some of the stuff did not translate correctly. But with that, it just ended up becoming like a series of button mashing. And then I think on the third try, it actually dried the clothes. The problem is that I didn't remember what I did. So we had to try like re-wash the clothes a few times, kept washing them instead of drying them. And then finally, Aries figured out what button she hit, and everybody was able to clean their clothes and dry them because, fortunately, my other relatives did the poor hair dryer method where they didn't know how to turn the dryer button, so they just kind of like got the hair dryer and tried to dry it that way. See, that's what I'm saying. That's why you go on holidays, because you get to have like really dumb stories to talk about and just be like, yes, the time I tried to use a washing machine, I didn't even know washing machines could dry and wash. I thought you had to get a washing machine and a dryer. Since when did they start inventing them that they can do both of them? I mean, Aries only has a washing machine, but like, huh? What? Anyways, that's something new I learned. What? You can get snake fruit in Australia, in parts of northern Australia. It is sporadically grown as an ornamental and or specialty fruit farm. Oh, I feel like you should watch sci-fi romance and make it into a horror western. I would give them all really, because that's the thing, is that like, you've seen me voice at games, right? I was trying to dub the characters and give the different voices. And then it's just like the slow-faced turn of my mom. She's like, please, these characters clearly don't have those voices. Like, they're not very bad energy-wise. Oh, no. Like, they're generally not very efficient or very good. Oh, I think the soil would be kind of wrong in Australia, because the soil's kind of, like, sandy here. Well, I think, like, in Indonesia, the soil is very, like, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of things grow better in Indonesia than here, right? My mother doesn't do my jokes. Lucky Gamer C01, how you going today? Welcome to the Aries kind of birthday pre-party comeback stream. Kind of not. I'll do more things on Monday, but I've just kind of like woken up from a slumber and I'm like half like, haha, I haven't planned anything, but I'm going to tell you about my holiday. Here going, Really Pico! Welcome. Thank you so much for the warm welcome back. We are talking about Aries' dumb adventures in where is it? In China, because I didn't say anything where I was going to be safe. What else is there? Oh yeah, there was the other announcement is that what was it's on X. There was like another collab I'm taking a part of, which is the I'm singing the Bloody Dandelion song. It's Next Stage, I think it was called. That's also happening. So that's really exciting because I did original dance choreo. I had to do this all before flying on my holiday. I felt one of the most stressful this is why I couldn't also do, I can explain it all now, but I couldn't do a lot of pre-recorded material and games and stuff. What's the word? Beforehand, because I had a bunch of concert stuff that I had to do. And now that's been officially announced. I had Next Stage, Pop on Stage, another convention that I can't announce yet, that was all having to be done before I left. And now I can finally be like, can reap it I don't have to do anything. Past me can be like, oh, that take you past Aries because future Aries ain't gonna be able to smash it out by the due date, right? Yes, I was in. I guess I went to the Great Wall of China. It was. Okay. Like I know, obviously, the situation might mean some people can't really fly to certain areas and that stuff, but I do think like the Great Wall of China was quite nice. Like I get it when people say like, oh, it's like very nice view, like you okay, I should rephrase. If you go clearly on a rainy, stormy day, you probably wouldn't have a very good day. But like Aries went, the sky was clear, it had a slightly cooler air, so like when you're all sweaty and like you it was actually like refreshing. Seeing the view of like how long this wall is, I think like because like pictures only do so much justice. You like see the wall. My God, welcome. We're talking Aries went to China. For everyone's coming in, here's where you go. I didn't say anything because I was just like, just to be safe. We went to Disneyland and Universal Studios. We saw all the characters speaking Chinese, which was cool. What? Chinese Johnny Depp and Chinese Harry Potter, Chinese Spider-Man. Hey, float your boat. It was great, right? Did you skateboard? No, you can't skateboard in the Great Wall of China, unfortunately. I think also just like respect to what is it? It's obviously a heritage site or something. What applies to any outdoors? Used to be like, no. I use the translator app. There's this thing on your phone called Translate. That thing carried me the whole way through. Where you take a photo and it can translate, like, I'm trying to eat this thing and don't know if I'm going to die from it due to allergies. So you just take a photo and be like, man, I hope this app's right. Or like just talking to the taxi driver with the translator app because it lets you speak. Okay, so this is like for anywhere if you go holidays. I should probably, tell you more. Is that if you have Apple device, you have a built-in translator app. That's actually very good because it has like 3 different functions. One, you can just type and then it'll translate it. 2, you can speak into it and it can translate it so you can have like a live conversation. And then 3, it has a photo feature where we can take a photo and it overlays the text English. And also, yes, Aries was playing roulette with everything she ate, but Chinese McDonald's came in for clutch and Chinese KFC. Chinese KFC is different to Australian KFC, by the way, chat. Like, also, I ate the Chinese McDonald burger, like the one that wasn't sold in Australia, and I figured out why it's not sold in Australia, because it was very spicy. And I was like, I don't think this is selling in Australia. Because I couldn't read Chinese or what it was. I thought it was fine, and it was a spicy burger. Aries regretted her life choices. She did not want the spicy burger. But Chinese KFC, if you eat Australia KFC, it has like a crispy outside layer. If you eat Chinese KFC, it's just chicken. And I was like, oh, okay. It's still like crispy on the outside. And then instead of fizzy drinks, like in Australia, you get like a fizzy drink with your KFC. They have like mango orange juice, which is really interesting because I was like, that wasn't like KFC. So I would say like Chinese KFC would actually be significantly different to like Chinese Australian KFC. Well, a Big Mac in China is a Big Mac in Australia. You cannot taste the difference. It tastes exact same, right? Spicy burger in China. I think that's the other thing is Eric can't take spice. So it was very hard because like you look at the menu and once again, I can't understand. Like maybe if the translate goes spicy, you're like, no. Clearly if there's like 3 chilies next to like the food item, don't eat that. That's gonna send you, right? But yes, if you like spicy food, it seems that like spicy food is a thing. And for anyone who's new's come in, I'll give you some context. My grandma had always wanted to go to the Great Wall of China. She's getting kind of old and she was just like, you know what? For because, you never know what's going to hold in the future. I would like to go with a bunch of family members to see the Great Wall of China. So that's why Aries ended up going to China. She helped pay for a lot of the tickets, which was really, really kind of her, and as well paid for a bunch of things like Disneyland and Universal that Aries had never been to, which is cool. Like, I would say that, I don't know if you guys are theme parks. I should ask, actually, chat. Who here in chat has been to Universal Studios or Disneyland? I'm actually really curious. And it doesn't matter which one. Like, whether it's, like, I think there's, like, 10 Disneylands. There's, like, one in Japan. I think there's a Universal Studios in Singapore? Question mark. I think that definitely the US and UK, I think. I think Paris is a Disneyland. Japan has, I think, both. I don't know, actually. But I think if you like roller coasters, I think it's fun. Though I do think from like it is a little bit stinky though, in that you do have to, if you don't want to wait in a queue, you have to like pay more money. Which is a bit like, okay, I guess like you either dish up some more dough or you wait in the line longer, right? Huh? If they had it in Canada, I would. I've been to Legoland. Oh, what's in Legoland? I think I've been to a Legoland before, like maybe Australia Legoland, and they had like Australian like opera house or something. I'm trying to remember, but I don't remember. Was it kind of same? Oh, Dreamworld. Oh, where's Dreamworld? That'd be cool. I don't know what's in Dreamworld, but I think what's nice about, like, because having been to like normal roller coaster like places, I think what's cool about like at least like the flavor I'm getting at for like kind of the typing is like Disneyland and like Universal Studios work very hard to like give you the immersion. Like the whole set is like, for example, you go to the Harry Potter area in Universal, it's like got like castle and like mountain and like train. Or if you go to the Transformer area, they've got all the Transformers and like the lights going off, and like the road is all like fancy and technology themed and blah 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 blah. And then if you obviously go to Disneyland, there's like the big castle in the middle, and then each of the Disneyland areas is like own like, because like they go the extra mile, so it's like it's not just like a roller coaster. It's like we put you into the world, like world building. And I was like, oh, that's like, it's just like a different theme park. I really like theme parks, but I just think as someone who hasn't like been to them, it's kind of like, very nice. What is it? Oh, Dreamworld was the place with the boat. Oh, okay, maybe not that one. Was there anything that worried you in China? Oh, it's a turn dictator. We're previous, yeah. I think like the actual day to day, the civilians are just like vibing. I mentioned this previously earlier on, Renee. I think you weren't here, but the taxi drivers are really curious. But I think they're just living their life. Like I think one guy was like, are the young people in the West deciding they don't want to have kids and just want to have dogs? And I laughed because like I know a few friends where they've like been like, I never want kids, like this economy is poo-poo, right? And I was like, yes, it seems like it is. And it's like, we seem to have the same problem here. It's an international problem. But like I feel like a lot of the peepsies are just like vibing. Like everyone just seemed to be just like, I'm just, doing my day job. I'm just in a supermarket, right? So obviously I'm sure there's other levels or other things. I don't know, but as far as like going day to day, people just like living their life pretty normally, right? They just have a job and then they're just kind of doing things. It was weird because I also was just kind of like, oh, is it gonna be? The other one that was hard was like food, because I can't speak the language, so I have dietary. And I'm just like, playing roulette each time you try to eat something. But no, unfortunately, I haven't been to Dreamworld, but I don't know if Dreamworld does immersion. Like, do they have this like set piece to make you feel like you've entered a different place? I think that's what Disneyland and Universal do, is that you feel like, so, and for example, I'll give you another one. In Universal Studios, they had like Kung Fu Panda Land, which once again, I probably was like, okay, like, what's Kung Fu Panda Land like? Yo, they did not hold back with Kung Fu Panda Land. We were like in this room and they had like a full-on like night sky display, and they had full-on lanterns and like bamboo and like statues, and like I was in Kung Fu Panda Land and it felt like I was in Kung Fu Panda Land. I literally was like, whoa, Kung Fu Panda Land. I got some footage of it, I think, so I can show you guys. But I was like, yo, this is like really like this set that like there's one thing to do a roller coaster ride, but the Disneyland and the Universal that like sell it is the set. Like the detail. Like I'll give you another one. Oops, my tracking's a bit funny. In Harry Potter Land, if you've seen Harry Potter, you know that Moaning Myrtle haunts the ladies' room, the ladies' restroom. So I went to the toilet, and I was pleasantly surprised that they had a speaker of Moaning Myrtle in the background. And I was like, oh, it's like the detail. Or like the other one is that they had Minion Land as well. They had Minion Land. They had a full replica of like Gru's neighborhood with Gru's house in Minion Land. Why? I mean, it's really cool, right? And then like even the restaurant. It's not just a restaurant. It's like they made it because like obviously Aries was hungry and Aries knew that it was going to be overpriced pizza, but they had a pine. Wait, it was a pineapple pizza, and it was not pineapple. It was no banapple, a banapple pizza. And I thought it was pineapple, but it was actually banana and apple pizza. And I was like, what? But the minions like banana, so like all the food items are related to the area you're in, right? So cool. And so I was like, okay, I'll have to eat the banana apple pizza now because the minions like bananas, right? But then the restaurant wasn't just a restaurant. You were in quote unquote the villain's lair because of all the Minion movies, and they had like the Minions movie, and they had all the villains, and they had like the wall was full of like all the villains' like weapons and stuff. And so, like, the immersion was like, it's a full set. Like, you're eating in a restaurant that is designed like the villain's lair of the minions. Or, like, the ride we went into Gru's house, right? And I don't know, that's what I mean, but, like the immersion is kind of cool because you don't get that. Like, you know, if you go on a roller coaster, it's a roller coaster, right? But you don't really, like, get to, I guess, like, in the movie, it's like, if you ever wanted to go to Minion Land, not that Aries, you know, just because I wasn't Universal, right? Then someone built a replica of Gru's house in Minion Land. Right? What's next? I would love to go to Nintendo Land, but I mean that's probably gonna be really expensive. And I heard it's probably gonna be really overcrowded, right? I would love to though. I'm assuming it's the same thing with like the immersion, right? They probably have like all these scenes that make it, like the Mario stuff really cool. I would love to. I think Nintendo Land counts. If you've been to Nintendo Land, I'm talking about like these immersive theme parks, right? It's very cool. But Dreamworld was mainly park rides when I went there. Oh, way back in 2012. I take my free loaf for bread. Take your free loaf for bread. These day life is pretty similar to most other places. Yeah, I think so, Money Go. I think people are just milling their life. I think that's the thing I just really learned from going there. It's just like people just vibing. They're just like, hey, I'm just like driving a taxi. I'm just like selling stuff in my shop. Hey, you like the Great Wall? It's really cool, right? Here's a ticket. Like people aren't hostile, they're just vibing, right? Nintendo Land looks fun. I've seen some TikToks. I know. I've seen TikToks too of Nintendo Land. I definitely want to go. But yeah, it'd be a future thing. I think Japan is on my wish list of places to go. Like there's so many things in Japan, like all over Japan, that I'm like, oh, they're very fun. But you know, unfortunately, my grandma ain't sponsoring that. So bread, JP bread. Areas in most places in the world, most people are just living their best. You know, really, that's really what's going on. Is that people? You know what was really cool was like the amount of different people from different worlds just at the tour. Like, so I went to the Forbidden City and in Beijing, and I took a tour to go there, which was probably a really good thing. Okay, chat, if you ever go to the Forbidden City, take a tour because that place was a lot bigger than I thought. I thought like it was an accident. I won't explain how it got there, but I accidentally got a tour because Garys can't read, but language translate. You know, it doesn't matter. I accidentally got a tour when I intended just to get the cheaper like ticket and just like explore myself. But for Forbidden City, I highly recommend you get tour because it is ginormous. You can't see the whole thing in one day, right? So by having a tour guide, they could take us to all the like the main places, or areas would 100% just get lost in other places. Tell us what's areas for the next trip. No, you guys gotta sponsor your own trips, chat. I do think now obviously like make sure you get your other affairs in life sorted. I will say that like for your like, you know, food, housing, you know, obviously we're in a not the best economic world right now with cooking. But I do think like there is value to going to different countries to like understand, you know, the culture, how people live, you know, see what's going on. And I think it just kind of adds just, I don't know, like, yeah, people just living their best lives. They're just vibing. And I think, I will say in China, like, the roads, if you are from a country where everyone follows the road rules, I will say something in that in China, it seems to be very negotiable. You're a pedestrian. So in Australia, if you walk across a road, all the cars like stop. If you're in China, the cars and bikes will proceed to try weave their way between people. Yo! I mean, well, congrats, Radio as well for your stream streak. Welcome, Terrence! What was it? I've already forgotten what my line of thinking was. You know, alright, it's gone now. I will go back to Forbidden. Yes, go try see other countries because I feel it will just like widen your like. I don't know, like just culture. It's just like different. But yeah, you know, the roads were fun. The roads was like Aries trying to not get hit by anything. I did get lightly hit by a car. Reversed into Aries. And I will say this, I was okay, right? But like in China, you don't use taxi because my other relative got ripped off because they just jumped in the taxi and they didn't turn the meter on and just charged them something really stupid. You have to use Didi and it will just charge you like the proper rate and then you go around. And the problem was that it was really busy after going. I think it was like the Temple of Heaven. The Didi parked on the other side of the really busy road. So like we eventually found the Didi, but like because it's busy, a car kind of like bonked into Aries. Luckily, it like reversed into it, and Aries only got lightly like hit. But the phone was like, and Aries was like, man, my elbow. It was okay, but I would just say like the traffic. If you are like someone who's like, oh, the traffic rules, right? It's very different there. I would just say like you need to look left and right. I would say go with the crowd. If the people like you'll find people kind of make a bundle. And if you like follow the bundle of people, you'll be okay. It's like if you're just like walking yourself, like people will try to swerve between you. And if you're unpredictable, it'll make it harder, right? Can't take Aries anywhere. Yeah, Pebble Queen. Oh, thanks for resubscribing. Oh my gosh, thank you. Yes, I got hit by a car in the US while the crosswalk. Car was turning, so I wasn't injured beyond a bruise, but there was a cop literally across the street watching. Yeah. Vienna is a great. Definitely visit with some cafes there. Oh, I would love to go to Vienna. Oh, what? That was another one I missed. Let me see the message. Well, that's true. A lot of Asia. Same thing happens in India. Yeah. So. But thank you, Terrence, for welcoming me back. But yes, I would just warn you if you come from a country where like the road rules are like followed and you get very in trouble if you don't follow them. I would definitely say China is very negotiable. Like I think, yes, like I did get bonked by backwards, bong. And then we luckily made our way to the car, but Aaron's a little bit shook about that. Yeah, Main Cathedral is pretty cool and dark. It has Habsburg tombs and stuff. Oh, I would love. Okay, chat. This is like Aries' thing about Europe, though, and I'm very curious. Like once again, like this is where unfortunately we make a lot of perceptions about areas, and until we go there, we don't know. I've heard a lot of like from other Australians horror stories about people getting like robbed or pickpocketed in certain parts of Europe. And I'm like scared because Aries is like, I thought I was, for example, really scared that I was going to get like, I don't know, pickpocketed in China. But like, I was like, no, there's so many cameras around the place. At least in my areas, because I went to like the big cities, right, Shanghai, Beijing. That I'm like, I don't think anyone's taking anything. Like even when I'm walking down the road, there's like 10 cameras. So it's true, like there are cameras everywhere, like really everywhere. Like you will see cameras everywhere, like on the roads, on the sidewalk, in the parks. You know, you will have cameras everywhere. So I think it's pretty safe, funnily enough, because there are that many cameras. But I'm very curious about if, I don't know, is it true? Like, from an Australia, until I go there, right? And it probably wouldn't be for, like, a very long time. That there's a lot of pickpockets. Because I've been warned by a lot of Australians that, like, oh, like, there's so many pickpockets. Like, I've been pickpocketed. Or, like, someone stole my luggage. Or, like, you know, a lot of these stories about people getting, like stuff stolen from them. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the most best person at keeping an eye on my stuff. I'm just kind of there for the vibe. So if people are like pros and they like know how to like misdirect me so I look somewhere else and they go, happity, that's now my property. I'm a bit klutzy that way. Like I don't keep an eye on my things, right? Well, I knew Vitra from Vienna and she was just showing us all the pictures. They're like, oh, really? I see. What? You're twice likely to get pickpocketed in Paris, but it's taking a 1 in 10,000 chance and making it 2 in 10,000. Its phrase is really important. Oh, so it's really hard to actually get pickpocketed. Huh? Also, people play pickpockets for them misplacing their stuff. Oh, okay. So it's not as bad as everyone's making it out to be. Because obviously I'm just kind of like, I don't want my wallet to be pickpocketed. Right? And then once again, I don't know. Someone told me that you have to pay for the toilets in some parts of Europe so that people pee on the floor. Is that true or false? Once again, it's an Australian thing that I've heard from some Australians that, you know, some places are a bit stinky because, like, the toilets cost money, and in Australia, the toilets are free, so you can just go to the toilet and pee in the toilet. So this is a very strange concept that you have to pay for toilet. I mean, I guess, like, if you gotta maintain it, but what if I don't have cash on me and I really need to go? But Paris is more known for the scams. Paying for toilets is true in some places. In Rome, it's quite prevalent, especially in the subways. I'm in Asia, we have that. Okay, yeah. If you come to Australia, chat, the toilets are free. Go into the toilet and do your business. Is the toilet clean? Depends if you're in... Probably not if it's a public toilet, to be honest. But they are free, right? Good dating, TV. It's usually like a quarter. Oh, okay. So that's cool. Depends. Depends. How expensive are your toilets to go to, chat? I know. I haven't been in places that charge you to pee yet, and I'm like really intrigued by that because I'm like, what if I don't have cash on me? Do I have to pee in the road? Like, this is like a genuine fear as an Australian who like has just toilets everywhere. Sometimes we don't, but like, you'll find a toilet eventually, right? Huh? They send kids to run down the subway and pocket stuff, then hop off before it closes doors. Oh, in Rome. Okay. Public toilets are free in America too. Okay. So I'm safe in certain places to pee, in other places I just make sure I have lots of quarters on me or something, right? I think pickpocketing in Europe is an issue that's overemphasized. It's like gambling in Australia. So gambling in Australia is a natural issue. Okay, so the pickpockets aren't as bad as people make it. Because, like, I heard there was, like... Because I knew... And this is someone who told me. Like, they wanted to stop at the beach. And the taxi driver said they would wait for them. And the taxi driver drove off with all their luggage. And didn't come back. So... I don't know. These like scare me because I'm really trusting. I think that's something you'll find. Australians are like really trusting. So if someone's just like, "Oh yeah, I'll wait for you and you can come back," I'll be like, "Yeah, it's okay. My luggage is gonna be gone." Right? Imagine it's still pretty bad in Europe though. There's a crime everywhere. Is there crime? Once again, I don't know because like we might think there's crime because this is what other countries might think, but it could not be crime, right? We don't know. Sounds like a poo-poo taxi driver, not a widespread problem. Okay, so it's a dodgy taxi driver, but not a commonly known thing. Usually these bathrooms that require payment, they literally call me Mr. Krabs because the way I love my money. Yeah, one day, chat, when I get to a country that, like, I don't know, charges me, you see areas like throw hands and do the biggest stick. I'm not paying you to use a PB place. You're free in Australia. I'm sure it's fine. It makes sense. Like, it makes sense that you pay for a public toilet so that it's like, I don't know, it's clean and it's nice. It's just really weird because in Australia we don't have that, right? Yeah, and like, I don't know, like, the fear of not having quarters or cash on me. Let's say I got pickpocketed and I need to pee and I can't afford the toilet. Like, genuine fear. What would I do? Are they nice? Like, if I said, "Hey, I'm a foreigner and I got pickpocketed," would they let me use the toilet? Or is that like, they'd be like, "No." Right? I'm just saying, they send police patrols to the main bus stations. Oh, because it was oh, okay, got you. Really picky. The biggest risk is not knowing where you're in a different country. Like, you could wander in a bad part and not know. Oh, that's probably the same as Australia. We have, like, our not so cool areas. I see. So you're actually, if you stay in the right places, you're probably safe, right? If you end in the not so great areas, and yeah, you increase your chances of obviously something bad happening. It really depends on the place. Generally, Germany is quite safe. Okay, but I think that's the thing, right? Like, even like just for perspective opening, like just having a channel and flicking through all the different news channels in China was just really weird. It was a really weird experience because it's just like, man, it's like there's like 5 different perspectives of like what's going on like in the world. Like, obviously we only get one side, right? Which is where you probably live, right? But it was just like, oh, okay, I guess that's what, like, the different people of the different countries are watching. And you just be like, that was interesting. Like, you know, on kind of the narratives or whatever's being said. I don't know what's happening, right? Probably safe in Brisbane. Just don't go to Logan ever. It is I can't see which area. Okay. I was going to say the area of, like, where Aries is at where you don't go. I'm like, no, that will reveal. I made a big mistake of doing a 12-hour sim race. What are you doing here, Stevie? I want questions. Is the Chinese internet... Yes. Story time, chat. Okay, I'm going to explain it. There is a firewall. So this is how it works, right? There's 2 ways you can do it in China. Either you download it... And I actually did it, like, the dumb way because Aries was a little bit smooth-brained and didn't... Like, I was having... Like, I didn't know how to translate. It was easier to do it, like, my way than do it the other way. So... The one way you can do it is that you download a VPN before you leave to China, because you can only the App Store won't work in China, right? So you have to download a VPN, and then you go to China, you get a Chinese eSIM, and you can pay the app to like let you bypass the firewall. The other option is you keep your international SIM. I've been shocked. You keep your international SIM, and you just pay for roaming. It was very expensive, but I always just thought it was easier to do it that way. So I just kept my SIM and then paid for international roaming, and used it that way. And if you have an international SIM, you don't get hit with the firewall. So obviously, it is obviously censored. Like, for example, if I turned on the hotel Wi-Fi, which was free, and I had my 3G 4G, whatever you will call it, like international SIM card on, the Wi-Fi would block my SIM from seeing anything. So I would have to turn off my Wi-Fi and then turn on my 3G international roaming to access Facebook, if that makes any sense, right? If you obviously go the other way and get a Chinese eSIM, which is cheaper, then you need to have the app working, but you got to pay and get the app set up beforehand. Just like that, China does not use our usual payment systems. They use Alipay and they use WeChat for their payment. Personally, I just got around using WeChat. I had some people like say like, oh, you have to get, not WeChat, Alipay. Someone was like, you have to get WeChat. The only thing that had to use WeChat was the Gongyan banquet had to have a 200 yuan deposit that could only be accepted via WeChat, and you had to book via WeChat. But most other things you can kind of just pay via Alipay. So there is, I think it's more like, it's like a different system, but it's not, if you're like a tourist, it's not a problem if you just like either get international roaming like calls or whatever, or you just do the VPN. The VPN's harder because I have been told by people as well that they like take down apps from the app shop every now and then. So you might buy a VPN that doesn't work anymore. So areas such as like, I don't want to have any disasters happen. I'm going to just buy the really expensive international roaming plan and be okay. So yes, there is a firewall. I didn't think it was good. So as I said previously, I did mention that I don't know if my Wi-Fi was gonna get like fuzzy and really bad because I wasn't sure my roaming was gonna work as good as it did. But it worked fine. So that's why I could just kind of send some little surprises to you guys every now and then. That being said, I was walking around a lot every day and very sleepy, very tired after all the sightseeing. So not as much, updates as I could have. But it's fine. Like if you set it is a bit like preparation. If you set yourself up fine, you'll be fine. If you are in China and you did not set up international roaming and you did not download a VPN, you are a little bit in trouble, right? Huh? What? Look, like I'm really curious at how it looks like and how different it is. So yes, you can see any big city main transit ways of pickpocketing. Yeah, I was warned that even in Shanghai I could get pickpocketed, but I ain't seen no pickpocket or pocket picking, so I was totally fine as well, right? China detect VPNs using AI now. Okay, so if Aries has a no. Phone's fine, chat. There, I did have some funny issues where before I transited in Indonesia, my SIM blew up and it wouldn't work. Like, so I had like one day to like fix my physical SIM died, transform it to an eSIM, and then use the eSIM in China. It was just so close. Holy moly. So yeah, don't be like Aries and have that happen. I don't know why my SIM decided to blow up halfway, but make sure everything works beforehand and you'll be fine. But yes, if you want to be safe and you don't think the VPN thing's going to work, just pay the extra international roaming. Usually, at least for me in Australia, there will be like an option that if you're running low on data, you can like buy more data, like to fill it up. Obviously, like, don't use it unless you really need to. And I was like, I'm not like, I didn't do it like check a social media here and now and then, but I obviously wasn't like on there, like scrolling, and like I was using my data for just like mainly translations and stuff. It's probably good as well because, you don't want to be on social media while you're on holiday. What? Something mind blowing as a known Danish person that we live our babies out. You leave your babies out? What are you doing? In the stroller. What? Freddie, what if they steal your babies? What if they get kidnapped? No, I don't think China cares too much about tourists bypassing the firewall. I still want to have the VPN on my phone though if you get arrested. Okay. No, Q's, that's not actually new. At the end of the day, you're passing through the same routers, the same networks, even on VPN. Encryption keeps what you do more private, but it's not likely you're magically bypassing reality to get it from a different place. But yeah, I would say that if you do want to go to China, I would say it's not that hard. Like, yeah, there's a firewall, but it wasn't like people made it to be like some mystical, like hoo-ha, like super, like, oh, it's got, like, and that was even it. Like, I had the international roaming, and I was like, oh, yeah, it's probably not going to work because I'm going to have something to stop that. But we just went in, and I was like, fine. I was like, minus the fact that I had very limited amount of data and messages and texts. Like, I did have a very limited amount. But, you know, it worked. You know, it was perfectly fine, right? 5 years or so. What is this? Yeah. What they? And then Freddie, I was really safe here. I would think that'd be so cool though to like go to Danish land. Wait. Denmark. There we go. Danish land. Denmark. And see that happen in the street. Like it's like culture, right? Like you don't. It seems like, I guess, like a myth until you see it, right? And I think that's a lot of things about traveling abroad and why traveling is like cool. Is that like, yeah, you can see things that would have not, you have had the opportunity to see before. I mean, right? Obviously don't go traveling too much and like, you know, use your funds appropriately, but I thought it was, you know, as someone who doesn't travel a lot, it was very eye-opening. At the end of the day, the firewall isn't meant to absolute, it's meant to make the alternate too inconvenient for daily life. A new theme park, Danish land. What? Okay, my God. If we have a theme park called Danish Land, what is in Danish Land? Can we have like, I don't know, like a merry-go-round, but everything's like a Danish, like the, you know, the Danish bakery, like croissant looking thing? Everyone rides a Danish, the Danish food item, right? We had the first case in 30 years of this OG baby stealing from, oh no. Oh, but they had the baby 2 hours late. Oh, but that's safe then. That's really good. No, you wouldn't see like kids just being left around in Australia. I mean, if they're being left around, it's probably neglect. When you think that, I think of a horror theme park where babies are kidnapped. No! Everything is pastries. Even the rides are pastries. You can, this is like the Aries bakery town. It'd be delicious, right? Oh, this is great. And like, they should have like all the food stores that just, actually that might also be slightly sickening if all you can eat is just day dishes. But regardless of the fact, I'm sure you guys actually have like the real pastries. Like, I'd love to try a Danish from Denmark because we have our Australian versions, but are they the real ones? The real authentic stuff? Oh, the other one is that, okay, I'm going to butcher my pronunciation because I don't know how to pronounce it, but Shanghai is the land of the soup dumplings, also known as the Salam Pao. Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't speak Chinese, but like it's like XIA. I don't remember the rest how to spell it. And it was really cool because like in Australia, we get like it's something called like a dim sum, and you get like different food items, right? And they have that soup dumplings, but usually it's just like taken out frozen and they just reheat it or something, right? But here I could now have a authentic soup dumpling, and I was like, oh, this is like cool because like it was made here. And there was like a sign saying like some dude like invented it and all the other shops copied him. And then it came across the world and is now available everywhere. If you want a soup dumpling, I'm not going to repronounce that again because I did not pronounce that correctly. There's some people here, I swear, that know how to pronounce that properly and probably just like, don't get Aries to pronounce those words, right? See, the theme park is immersive. Oh, Danish land is just Legoland. Yo! You are kidnapped as you enter the theme park. And then you have Aries force Danish pastry. Oh, incredible. She's the crack of the town. She wants to have you had your Danish pastries for today? Right? Oh no, it's a bakery. Right? I mean, a bakery theme park would be a pretty good vibe, chat. I think we're onto something new. I was talking to like, I've been fruited. Sorry, was I supposed to do a rock blessing for JP? Did I do a rock blessing for you? If I haven't, I'm going to give you one right now. I can't remember. You got the Carillion, which is a Sakura chakra, which is all about creativity. All the best for your creative endeavors in the future. And yeah, if you have any like hobbies, it's the Zisha Thana. Let that creative energy flow. The other one that Rennie Picker, thank you so much for subscribing. I'll be back to normal, like with my schedule, like starting next week. I think it's a bit cooked. I'm just dead. I'm going good, Quentin. We're back from China, because my grandma wanted to see the Great Wall of China. And it is as long as it is. If you can manage to go from like that section one side to the other, Aries would be impressed. I think it's very long. Right? Wonder why. The bakery. How's the experience? It was eye opening. It was like it's like anytime you go to a new country, I think it's the unfortunate thing. You have like preconceptions of like maybe how something is, and then you go there and you're like, you know what? It's very big and very different to what I imagined it, and it's very cool. Getting hit by a car. I'm joking. It was only slightly getting hit by a car. Now, Crimson, if you're like, what happened? You'll have to watch the rewind. I'm so mean. When this bot is finished, right? Mold! No, not the mold! I need the law. What do you mean the law? Of the Danish bakery? Oh, tarot reading! What's your question for your tarot reading? Will I survive the Aries Danish land? Oh no, because the mold's gonna mold my bakery in Danish land. That's not the thing. We're talking about if Aries had like a theoretical if Denmark had a theoretical theme park and called it Danish land, what would it be? And chat's saying it's like bread themed. So I was talking to someone else about this. One of my relatives. And they were like, they should make an anime theme park because that, like, there's so many really good anime IPs that just like Disneyland, if they managed to like group together and make one, I reckon there'd be a lot of people going to that. And I was like, you know what? That's a very fair thing that needs to happen. So Aries had that idea. You know, someone go make an anime theme park, collect the IPs like Infinity Stones and open it up and Aries will go, right? Let's have a look at okay, so will you survive it? All your plans have a green light. Move ahead. You understand the people and the problem delivers opportunities to get what you want. Okay, so I guess you will survive. What is that supposed to mean? Your plans have a green light. Did you want to survive Danish land? I mean, that tells me it's a green light. Theme park for waves. I can only imagine. No! I'm just saying it would be open air, okay? It'd be a theme park. Okay? Right? Aries battle. So no, but like the traffic Aries, I think, and it's probably my fault, right? In Australia, we're very used to kind of like people following the road rules, and I has come to my attention that other places might not do that. We might be in the minority here of countries that actually wait for pedestrians to cross the road before they move the car. It also was the same as Indonesia, where like, you know, it's very negotiable on weaving between cars. Like there was this one time where like I swear that I was in a taxi, bro was just driving in the middle of the road the whole time. Like if you imagine there's like a line to put two lanes, bro was like, I'm too good for these, I'm just gonna drive in the middle. So it's just like, okay, like the amount of times like cars are just like cutting each other off, and I'm just kind of like, you know, in Australia, you just get that angry, oh, you stupid, get out of the way, you know, that sort of stuff. But I'm like, at this point, it is a normal occurrence in this place, and you just gotta get over it, right? The Danish authority finds mold in you. You get a sad smiley, and then shut down. Wait, what? Do you have? Oh, it makes sense, right? There'll be like a food audit place, so you don't go sell. I mean, I would be very sad if I went to Denmark and got a moldy Danish. Okay, so. They should have something in place. I'm really to risk that since I already have a horror theme park. The Yu-Gi-Oh section will be awful. No, but we could ride the Blue Eyes White Dragon or something. The Blue Eyes White Dragon roller coaster. I would go. I don't care if some of you guys like that. Sounds silly. I would ride the Blue Eyes White Dragon roller coaster. Okay, and then like I don't care, like a Dragon Ball Z. Like, I don't know, where you can, like, yell in this interactive one to come my ass. I'm just saying, they need to make a theme park with anime stuff. I think it would be really good. Like, this, like, I mean, sure, it can change if anime is not as popular anymore or something. But I'm just saying, I think it'd be very good. It'd be very fun. What else was there what was in, there's, like, so many stories. What was it? Oh, yeah, chat, here's another one. Is, which was, like, really interesting was that if you go to any of the theme parks, there's all the unofficial merchandise stalls outside. So I thought it was really interesting that they didn't kick them all out, but like they're not in the park. But like if you go to the gate, I was very surprised because I don't think this would happen in Australia. I think they would like send them away. They would not be allowed to do that. But and there were warning signs saying that like please be aware if you buy merchandise outside the park, it will be unofficial merch or like you can get blah blah blah. But there were so many stalls like outside the park selling unofficial Disney or Universal Studio merchandise. That was quite funny. I didn't buy anything, but they were very like, please, would you interested in my like merchandise? I was like, oh my gosh. Aries, what did you see while you were gone? Someone edited your VTuber wiki and now has a, oh my gosh, I have to see, not, okay, chat. Okay, oh my gosh, Phantom, thank you for the bits. Aries Fairies wiki page. What do you mean, chat? What do you mean my wiki page now has a Molegate entry on it? Where is this? Right? I need to see this. Someone had a Molegate. It's alright. It deserves to be there. It is a reference. Right? I wonder which of you guys did this. I mean, I'm impressed. It's beautiful. A wiki page ain't a wiki page without a collaboration of multiple people adding things to it. They're 100% correct, right, chat? No. Oh my goodness. I love it. I don't mind. Any new person who wants to look me up now is just going to have to come to live stream to figure out what's going on. And we have a bunch of people going, hey, what's a Molegate? Now you know exactly what's going on. All right, hype train, woo! But no, I think, but yes, what I'll probably just let you know what I plan to do on Monday if I have the time. I'll probably put a caveat because, there is a bit of like, what's it called? Like, try to get like, everything's sorted. Like I've got so much stuff to like give to people where you like buy gifts and like cleaning up and then like even work I have to do like catch up on that. So I don't know if I'm gonna get all done by Monday. But I do want to do, I'll restate again, like a blind box opening for anyone who's just arrived. Well, we got a bunch of blind boxes because every shop in China is like a blind box store. And my mum bought a bunch of stuff. She's like, oh, don't streamers love to have unboxing videos? I'm like, I mean, okay, so I'll unbox your blind boxes on stream with chat. So that, if I have time to set that up, I'll do that on Monday. We're going back to also normal games on Monday. So after we do that for like maybe a bit of a just chatting catch up, for those who couldn't make the Saturday stream, we'll do that. I also want to show you guys what I bought. I've got it. I can tell you. Okay, chat. Without showing you, I'm going to tell you what I bought. What? Oh, I completely forgot. Are you a Labubu? Yes, there's so many. I'm not into Labubus, but there are a lot of Labubus. It's called Pop Mart. I think every single shopping center almost has like a Pop Mart, and you can get a Labubu if you want it. Aries doesn't want a Labubu. Labubu is scary, Aries. Labubu is like not Aries' friend. Labubu ugly, right? What? I've seen Twitch send an email to T3 sub saying you can sub to the channel, which they are a T3 sub to. That's so silly, right? Sorry, what did Aries get? Aries got a bunch of Yakuza like keychains and like a Persona. Sorry, I'm just looking at what I got. Persona keychains of 2 of them in a school outfit and his like, I don't know, fighting outfit. What you'll find in China is that every vendor is trying to sell you fake jade. So I bought some fake jade to give to like some peepsies. We got some fake jade keychains. I didn't get anything from Disneyland, I guess, except for the food eating it, but I did pick up it. Okay. You understand that, like, in China, there were so many Harry Potter fans that, like, so many people were dressing up in Harry Potter. And it was, see, the thing, I wasn't that interested in the Harry Potter merch, but there was something that took my mind that was adorable on all these Harry Potter people. They had this, like, robo-owl. His head's, like, spinning and his owls are, like, wiggling. Unfortunately, I'm a gimmick owl. I was like, what do you mean there's like a robo owl you could put on your like shoulder? And then they even upsold me because like you can make it a girl one and get the owl bow for it. I just took it whole line and sinker. Girl was just like, oh, I'm gonna get the robo owl. Do you want to open it? I was like, actually no, you should leave it in the box because Aries is really good at losing things and I don't want to lose the parts before I get home. And then Aries left the robo owl on the restaurant like stall and nearly forgot her robo owl, so it's okay. I got robo owl. He made his way back. I haven't unboxed him yet, so I can show you guys when that happens. Have you seen Harry Potter Snape? Yes, Mighty Goma. I'm aware of the interesting casting choices of that. We will just leave it at that. If you wish to Google that. It's interesting. I'm leaving it at that. Get you a letter to Robo. Chat, I've got a Robo once. We're going to get a Robo. Which is funny because I had people be like, so you went to Harry Potter Land to pick up a robo owl? And like, I wasn't really interested in getting robe scarves or like, you know, like Harry Potter keychains. Just having a cute robo owl was just like, yes, I need this. And then I was like, it was really bad because a robo owl was really expensive. And I'm like, do I need a robo owl? I literally had like 10 minutes to spare where I like rushed into the shop. Like I went to Harry Potter Land like in the middle of the day. So I'm gonna think about the robo owl. It's really expensive, right? But yeah, literally last 10 minutes of the shop opening, I'm like sprinting, go, I need this robo owl in my life. I'm gonna regret going to Australia and not picking it up. So I picked up the robo owl. Alright, this is the way. Aries, what do you mean? Disregard the Harry Potter. Yeah. What does that mean? MXHIB. This is code. X equals AI1. What is this for? Oh, wait. MXHIB is your username. And X. Sir, you're a function that consists of two variables of A and I. So you have to tell me what is A and I a constant or like a moving variable, like a variable. And then why 1? Explain. Why would you times 1 by I? Answer my question. This mathematics is fascinating to me. But yes, obviously there's a lot going on with like, you know, Harry Potter Land. With it's going into, we'll just leave it on a shelf there and probably not touch it. But I got a robo owl and I just wanted the robo owl. Okay. Is it a bot? Yes, the robo owl moves its wings and swivels its head. The only problem is that it said it's voice activated. And I don't know if it only responds to Chinese. So we're gonna have to figure that one out together. Because, like, I don't know if it's voice activated and that you say anything and it moves, or you have to say, like, hello or something and then it does something. I don't know. I couldn't read the box. I just knew that other people had robo owls, and Aries wanted to go get robo owls. Oh, I equals the square root of -1. Okay. It's a third. Oh, it's an imaginary number. No, why would you make me do maths during my stream? I'm very tired. Imaginary. No. What? Video. I can't understand, Aries. Why didn't you become a wizard? Because I wanted the robo owl and spent all my money on the robo owl. It's like you could have joined a house, get a 1. Oh wait, chat. I'm gonna tell you the best thing about Harry Potter Land. So as a kid, I'm not gonna lie, like, you know, I watched some videos of Universal Studios because like when the books came out and you're a kid and reading it, you're like, oh, it'd be really cool to like go to like Harry Potter Land. Obviously not, because like, you know, that time, you know, it's very far away. But there's a shop called Ollivander where, for people who don't know Harry Potter, he's the dude that sells you wands, right? Now there's a ride in Universal Studios where they had Ollivanders. I was like, yo, well, I already knew how this ride works because I saw the videos on YouTube. But I was like, oh, this guy's just going to be speaking like, you know, Chinese Ollivander because it's an actual actor. I was so impressed because we had Ollivander there and he spoke Chinese and English. Like he was doing, like he was saying it twice so that people could understand. And I was like, yo, like I said thank you to him. I was like, you know, he was obviously an actor and you can't say anything back, but I was just like, that was great because I could actually understand something for once when he was talking about like picking the one and who he chooses, like, you know, with the other person, right? But because he was using both languages and both people can understand what's going on, I'm just saying the fact that they got like a bilingual actor to do Ollivander for Shanghai, I was just like, like that. Whoever did the casting there is like, and all the Harry Potter people in the theme park who were doing like shows and stuff. Like they were showing I forgot what the school is, but it's the girls' school in Harry Potter that they all wear blue and they were playing ribbon dances, and there was like some like Hogwarts kids and they were showing off their toads. They could speak like both languages too, so it was really cool because like Harry Potter Land had English for people who couldn't speak Chinese. Minus the ride where Harry Potter only spoke Chinese, but like I just thought it was really cool that the on-site like actors could do both. And I was just like, oh, that's like cool. That's cool. I didn't expect that, right? Harry Potter Park. Yes, in Universal Studios, China. The French girls. Yeah, the French girls. They were like, maybe they can speak French too, but they were speaking English as well. So like, I could kind of understand what they were saying, which is cool, right? What is it? Laugh in European. Where do we do that everywhere? It was like they're like, because they were explaining their show, but they would like change, like they would say it twice, like one in Chinese and one in English, and I just thought that was really nice. Like they had that, because I really did not expect that, given, you know, the other rides and stuff, that I would as able to experience the thing, like the Harry Potter land, for understanding what was going on, because I can't really understand what, like, languages, right? But yes, yeah, the French girls did like a dance. They had like this little corner where there was like actors doing Harry Potter stuff, I guess, but I wasn't really interested in the actors, right? Aries, did you want to hear possibly false fact I found about cloning recently? Sure. Yes, and I think I've asked this chat previously. If you cloned yourself, do you think you'd get along with your clone? There was Jurassic Park World as well in like China, and they had all this like, oh, we cloned dinosaurs, you know, and they were thinking like, oh yeah, I had this conversation before. It's like, would you get along with your clone if you got cloned? And Aries straight away is like, nope. There can only be one Aries. If there was two Aries and we knew one of us was a clone, we know that the other clone would not feel comfortable being a copy and would eliminate somebody so they could be the OG only. So there is 100% going to be a clone war happening if there's two Arieses, right? What? The internet is full of misinformation. VTuber Shadow, welcome. We're back to Australia after holidays. We got for a while. Okay, there we go. Okay, tell me your fact. I would like to know your internet misinformation. And chat, you can fact check this. So one method they use stem cells is they have a nucleus and they replace the nucleus to make a clone with the rest of the cell left intact. The thing I found is that they don't replace the mitochondria in the cells. You can still distinguish the clone from the original if you have original mitochondrial DNA. Oh, Aries, why don't you do a baby dinosaur? They sold them at the shop, but I wanted the Robo Owl, JP. I got the Robo Owl. I was like, I'm gonna have like I nearly didn't buy the Robo Owl because I don't like spending money on things I don't need, but I definitely spend money on things I don't need. So yes, I didn't get the baby dinosaur because I got the Robo Owl that wiggles its head and flaps its wings, and that I will show you to chat probably on Monday when we unbox it together, and I pray that it also understands English commands, or at least just responds to any voice. Or we could be having something very entertaining happening where I'm like, oh no. Right? Ursi Mori goes, eyeballs looking, ooh. Can you prove you're the real Aries? I never had a clone. How do I prove I'm the real Aries? Would the real Aries, let me think about this. Would the real Aries know all the way back down to the Mars trip? Or like the MacBook era? The real Aries will like know all about the MacBook era. If there was a clone, it depends. Does a clone take my memories previously? Because then they would also know about the MacBook era. How does the real Aries prove that Aries is real? I don't like this question, Maddie. Go about you put it into my head. Because if you assume a clone takes your memories from the point of time you were cloned, like if we're going in that sort of cloning, then like I'm a little bit in trouble, because I'm like, well, they're all gonna have the exact same memories as I do. I watched Avatar: The Way of the Water on like on the airplane flight. And I was like, hey, that is cloning too. That just reminds me of that, right? I would absolutely get along with my clone. It's ride or die for my brother. Okay, so you take it as like a brother thing. Why didn't you buy everything? JP, there's something called financial responsibility, okay? Aries needs to, if for people who don't know, Aries is a very big convention that hasn't been announced yet coming up, in which I'll be going for like a 3-day holiday. So I need to be very smart with how I spend my money. I also spent a lot more than I should have. Just looking over my giant pile of stuff that I just bought. So I resisted, but I didn't resist good enough, because clearly now I have a bunch of stuff, right? Soon. Memories are not genetic, but on the other hand, Aries is weird enough that we'll never know. Could the clone be like too weird though, that you're like, this is too unhinged for normal Aries? I know. The real Aries never swears. If we get like a clone and they're dropping like them real spicy words that are forbidden in Aries chat, you know that's not real Aries. You know that's an imposter. That's how you know it's the real Aries. Aries is like, also like, bad jokes will probably fly over the real Aries' head. That's probably it. Right? New Aries lore? What do you mean new Aries lore? Question mark. Not lore, just a big convention coming up. That I can't say till it gets announced, but I am at like, it's a very big convention. I can't say much until it gets released. I will, like, I need to be careful. It's very tempting to say what I'm not supposed to, right? What if Aries clone watches all my thoughts? Aries, no! you know what? You probably could make a pretty solid AI based on, like, if someone like took all my VODs, fed it into an AI, you probably could get an AI that's pretty accurate to Aries. Like, it's very scary considering how much like I've told about myself. Like, if you got everything, like how I talk, like my like in a way memories because I talked about them, right? You probably could make a very scary like Aries, like in that I don't know if we could like if we got an AI Aries against Aries and you haven't had to distinguish it. I don't, but AI Aries might not be able to think on the fly as the real Aries, you know? Like you're probably what I mistook the whipped cream and cake for garlic. You're not the only one, Mighty Gomal. Okay, who was it Mem? Someone else said that it was garlic on my cake. And it's canon, it's garlic now. Beachable Warriors lore, let's go. But yeah, like I think the AI Aries wouldn't be able to have as much of a dynamic voice as Aries. It could copy close, but I've been told my voice is very dynamic. So I think I could get away in that it'd be like my improv storytelling should be like, you know, it has a way, like a rhythm. I don't know if the AI could catch that. If it can, well, congrats. AI deserves like a little star. But I think also the way I speak. I mean, come on, AI. I'd like to think that I've got enough dynamicness on my voice that an AI would have trouble doing that. Stories, memories, sure, it's all on the VODs now, right? It was me. Oh, it was not cute. It was me that said garlic, not me. It's garlic. Chat, it's my garlic birthday cake, okay? That I definitely can't eat because I can see something on that cake that I can't eat. Right? But no, yeah, definitely. Like I feel because, like, for example, I don't know, like I don't know why there was like some shows on the airplane line that like you could watch, and Avatar: The Way of the Water was on there. I've only seen number 1, so I want to watch number 2. And that the spoilers. Wait, chat. Does anyone actually want to watch that? Because I'm about to spoil something. The premise is that okay, you have like 10 seconds to not listen, but you're like hands over your ears for like 20 seconds and then you can lift it up or whatever and then the spoiler will be gone. Okay, it's coming. Spoiler for Avatar: The Way of the Water is that what? Don't expose your poetry. Is that the bad guy from episode 1? What? I want to watch it, but I don't remember if I've seen it or not. I don't care about spoilers. Okay. The bad guy from episode 1 is cloned so that his memories is in a Na'vi, like human hybrid or whatever you call it, like from episode 1. But obviously, you know, the original guy got shot in number 1. And it gets really fun because that guy has his full memories of the previous guy, right? So we kind of get like a you know, this, yay, cloning. What? Do not ask a human supremacist the racist skill. No. Right, I want to what? Oh yeah, but I actually thought like I had very low expectations for Avatar: The Way of the Water, but I did think I was like, you know what? They kept it fresh without repeating like too much of like the first one. Hydrate or else, you know, I was rushing so hard for this stream. I did not get myself a cup of water. I can get myself a cup of water. You guys happy to wait for like 10 seconds while I just speed run some water in a cup? I don't even have a cup here. No, we have a cup. It's because we're on a holiday. Nothing's set up properly. And I was having so many issues setting up this stream as well previously because everything's out of date. You don't stream for a bit. Like, normally you stream, right? So you update all things, like, separately. You don't stream for a while and everything's like, ha, it's out of date, right? I can remember watching Way of the Water. It was dumb. I liked it. I thought it was okay because I thought it was fresh to keep the bad guy from 1 and they're like, oh, we cloned his memories. And the humans have a different reason. They're not, like, mining rocks anymore. Okay, I don't need to tell you about that. Just... if you want to watch it, I thought it was pretty good. But I had this cool thing about cloning, and I was like, you know, yeah, cloning would be interesting. I don't know if Aries would clone herself. I didn't know about putting a save bank of my memories and shoving it into something else and being like, ha, the original's gone, so now we can just have the other one that the memory bank had. I don't know about that. Would you? And then, what was it? What? Aries should take the pledge. What am I pledging about, chat? What am I pledging? Pledging to... what am I pledging to? General? Aries, take the pledge. What? I'll check out this short as soon as I'm done. She's back. Oh! That... dude, I'm on the conveyor belt. Wait, I'm gonna get that... okay, Phantom, for anyone who hasn't seen the Discord with the memes... I'm gonna package clean. It was clearly cheaper to ride in the baggage claim than the airplane. I see cats going cargo. What? The race trader Jake Sully doomed humanity due to some... Can't use that word, but I can see what you wrote. And yes, he kind of doomed humanity a little bit in Avatar: The Way of the Water 2. Obviously, no spoilers for those who actually want to watch it. I do think it's worth a watch. It is a long movie, and I recommend you have a pause button, so if you need to pee, you can pause it, right? But I thought 1 finished really good, and I felt like, it's a money grab for 2. But I watched 2 and was like, you know what? It's actually okay. I thought they added some elements into it that made it more interesting, right? But welcome back. I'm back. Welcome, probably. This is in film 1. No, in film 2. I know. Oh, well, I mean, they die. Maybe it's also in film 2, but you haven't seen film 2. Humanity needs the rocks to save themselves. Humanity needs a lot more in Avatar 2. So you should also watch it. Now everybody's be like, Aries, we want to go watch Avatar 2. Don't spoil it for us. You made it interesting, and now our ears are pricked up, and we like, oh, don't spoil too much of it. I haven't seen it. No, same for me. I would have not watched Avatar 2 unless I was stuck on a 5-hour flight and needed something to entertain myself, and there happened to be movies on there. So I watched Avatar 2, and I watched Wicked 2, like the one where like Glinda and like Alphaba, which was like, okay. And then I watched the Illumination Migration with the birds. That was cute and wholesome. It's a kids movie. Aries doesn't mind watching kids movies. Oh no, we're not watching Avatar: The Last Airbender Ong. No, that's a different. No Ong. No, none of that, please. I don't know. I thought the cartoon was fine. I'm not really interested in the Avatar: The Last Airbender live action TV series. I think they took out the original creators from it. So Aries was not interested in that, right? But James Cameron was obviously not ripping off Avatar: The Last Airbender. Kids movies, like, no. Die. If you've seen the really poo-poo live action Avatar, The Last Airbender movie that was made like quite a while ago, so it's Aang, right? They couldn't even get his name right in the live action. They called him Ong or something really bad. The Way of the Water. Yeah, I haven't seen Fire and Ash, so I might watch that because Avatar: The Way of the Water was okay, and it kind of was a bit on a cliffhanger. I will warn you. If you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender, I thought 1 was really good. I thought 2 was a money grab. I didn't want to watch it. I watched 2. I changed my mind on my status. I think it's just okay. It's like it does a good job, you know, putting the story and putting things fresh that I feel expand the universe and the story. Okay. And then obviously there's Fire and Ash, so I don't know if I'd watch that. I'm still Avatared out after 2, but we'll figure it out if you think it's good, maybe, right? It was Fire and Ash. Oh, okay, you watched Fire and Ash. So, yeah, I will think about it. I'm sure you can find Avatar, Avatar: The Way of the Water 2 somewhere. The Fire Nation invaded. No! Yeah, I kind of see where James Cameron kind of hippity-hoppity, that's my property. Because he's going through the elements like Avatar: The Last Airbender. Gangster Lear, how you going today? Today is Aries. This is pre-party stream where I have come back from a very long holiday. Tis very sad because before there was no Aries and now there is Aries. And there's a lot to talk. I miss out stuff. I will say this. Like, when I actually make... the plan is for Monday, I'll make a little PowerPoint so I can show you guys, like, actual pictures rather than me just, like... Use your brain to imagine. But I will have more stuff on Monday, which is cool. But welcome, Gangster Leah, to the stream. If you've never heard of me before, I yap. I talk a lot. Aries, can we have, like, a 12 hours watch marathon of Avatar movies released after the next one comes out? Wait, Avatar movie, wait, is it a movie or a TV series? Oh, wait, no, you mean when they're all adults? Is that the one where, like, the new ones coming out where they make them all adults? I would, but I don't have Netflix, so I have to, like, wait till it's, like, available elsewhere. My eyes started to burn, probably due to cake diving. No, that's what you are. You don't put garlic in your eyes, ma'am. Man, the blue people. Oh, yeah, you can. Oh my gosh, dude! I'll watch Fire and Ash with you. I haven't seen it. I'll watch Fire and Ash with you. I don't think I could do like it's long, and you need to pee a lot. So like, I don't know. Okay, I don't know if I could watch Way of the Water again or Avatar 1 again. I feel like it's a watch once movie. I will, if I can get Fire and Ash, I will watch Fire and Ash with you. But everybody has to catch up on Way of the Water beforehand because Eric ain't sitting in for another 3 hours to watch that again, right? You know what? Eric should start a Patreon where she watches TV shows. I mean, I could, but like, would you? Like, I feel it'd be really boring. Like genuinely, right? Because if I'm watching a show, I don't want to be commentating on it because I'll take you out of the immersion, right? Like, I feel the need, like, I don't know, it's like respecting the art form, right? If there's like something serious, like, I feel I would just stay, like, I watched the Minecraft movie with some of you guys previously, right? Because you voted for that, just mind you, I didn't pick that show. What was it? I felt I was very quiet because obviously I want to watch the movie, so like, you know, and I don't want to ruin the movie either. So I don't mind setting up movie nights, but I feel I'm not really adding to the movie, if that makes any sense. Like, I'll talk before the movie and after, but we all just want to eat our popcorn, and I'm sure you want to listen to, like, the dramatic fighting, then Aries munching and sniffing in the background. I don't know, like, breathing. You know, I'll, like turn my mic down, obviously, doing that, because I don't want to distract, you know, from the movie, right? Also, this game, Avatar Frontier and Pandora from the Ash, is it good? Aries, I know it's a silly question. Have you ever watched The New Adventures of the Ocean Girl? Is it a mermaid show? The New Adventures of Ocean Girl? I have no clue. Is this like saving the environment? Avatar in the movie, the first movie was Human Jake. Yeah, Human Jake. Right? I don't think, I don't know. Like, I think Avatar's a watch one movie. I mean, I was very, like the first time, but I know it. So like, I don't want to watch it. It's like you can't put the gift back in the present box, right? It's like if you got a surprise gift, you get like, ooh, I'm so excited what's inside the gift box. Once you open it, it's like Schrodinger's gift box. Now you're bored because you already know what's inside. It's the same thing as like mystery boxes, right? If you open it, it's like the mystery of that. It could be like 10 different things at the same time. Once you open the mystery box, you are bored now because you already know what's in the mystery box. And I have mystery boxes I want to open for you guys, right? It's a mermaid show that came out like 2000s. I may have seen it on the TV. There's a good chance. I mean, like, it wouldn't be something I've gone out of my way to watch, but there's a good chance that if it was on Australian TV, Aries used to just, like, wake up in the morning on, like, Saturday and Sunday and watch just, like, random stuff on Australian TV. There's a good chance I may have seen it. I won't know anything for plot or story or, like, characters, but there's a good chance that, hey, I saw a random episode. I'm like, cool, that's what's happening, right? YouTube recommended it to me for some reason. Well, it's cool because I think we're in this era where there's, like, a lot of nostalgia and, like, resurgence of, like, older, like, shows and stuff, right? Psst, Aries, whenever you got the time, I want to restart the theme VTuber stream timer. Wait, there's a theme VTuber stream timer? Oh! I have to do a theme VTuber stream from last time, which is Yakuza as well. Oh my gosh, I'm so behind on everything. Yeah, I have to do that. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, okay, I'll do that. Thanks, Manigoma. I have to do the theme VTuber stream for the Yakuza stream as well. So Yakuza vs Alice in Wonderland or something. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm very sorry. There's a lot. I will get to that when I kind of just, everything chills out in the background right now. I just have to catch up, I guess, a bit on work on stuff. Obviously, when you get back and it's like, oh yeah, here is a party gift of a whole month of stuff you haven't done. You're like, oh yay, I'm so excited. So I have been given the lucky package to get through. It's like, oh yeah, everything blew up while you were away. It's like, okay, I'll go fix it, right? Aries and Yakuza Land. Yes. Oh, but I will restart the timer. I will start planning something. I want to give you guys something like at least half decent. I just need time to prep it while obviously the song release is kicking in. Obviously there's a few other things in the background that I need to sort out. And then we'll try to get that through. Oh, I'm sorry. At least we'll give you like a mini Aries come back from holiday stream on Monday. I'll give you some things to say sorry as we get there in the end. That sounded like a Valley Girl Aries. Valley Girl. How you going, mighty girl? Wait, is that how Valley Girl sound? Probably got worse. I'm sorry, might go about, what is it? Summer season, that summer game where we were going to the park with all those like Miku and all those other people. I wanted to record that game too, but I ran out of time. There's not enough time to do pre-recorded content or other games. I will get there in the end. I also am dying for some Yakuza that I want to play on Monday as well. We're gonna get back in the swing of things. We're gonna find out what happened to Maruki in Persona. I don't even remember what I was doing on Thursday. I'm sure it's another game. Huh? Oh, Everlasting Summer. There we go. It's a little creepy. YouTube recommended me The Tale of Pigling Bland from 1994, which is a VH as a kid. Yo! Maybe, I don't know. I think the algorithm in general on YouTube's scary. Like, these things are made to optimize you spending the most time on things. And I'm not gonna lie, nostalgia sells. Nostalgia's really good, right? Huh? Still can play on stream now. I could. I'm a little bit brain dead, though. I'll be honest. I'd probably wrap up maybe 8:30, 9-ish today, purely because I'm just kind of like, I need to go to bed. Like, because it's just, I don't know, I think just catching up on sleep, making sure I'm like 100%, because like for anyone who doesn't know, I caught some sort of COVID thing, flu thing. Like I put it in the Discord, but I got really sick while I was away. It went down like the plague. I said at the beginning of the stream, it went down like the plague and kind of took out everybody one by one, so we all kind of got like sick. I was the second last person. My immune system held on as long as it could after getting coughed and on like constantly. And I was the second last person that went down. Unfortunately, my mum still has it. So I might need to take her to like a doctor or something because she's been sick for like probably longer than she should be. So we're gonna go check this out. And I think like, I would say I'm pretty like a 90% like good. But I've got like still a slight tickle in my throat, which I'm kind of like, is this a flu or is it like something? And I'm like, maybe I should get it checked just in case. But I feel better. There was one point where like, I swear my whole throat was like clogged up and I just could not breathe. Like you had to cough to breathe because it was that bad, right? What Eric's just a watch long avatar with no video or audio, and Eric just sitting there doing popcorn ASMR sounds. Yeah, but I will. I do plan to do Everlasting Summer. If anyone watched the VOD for me playing Beyond the Edge of, what's it called? Orland or something? It was like Escape from Monkey Island. It was kind of that game. I did a pre-record of that. I can also play the rest of that. I'll probably punch it out on a Thursday or something. I'll see where we're at and see where we're floating, right? Is Aries bringing Corona 2.0? No! I don't think so, at least. I hope not. I'm isolating in a room, so there's nothing gonna happen, right? Even my mom's kind of just sitting in a room. There's no one here to infect, okay? Aries virus. I mean, to be honest, I think my relative picked it up from the airport, so it's already gone around the world at this point. I think it's really bad, but I think unfortunately, like being in an airplane with other people is just like how you get sick. Because if you think about it, the same air is just being like shoved to everybody. So if someone's sick, everybody's getting sick now, right? Which is kind of stinky, but I mean, hey, if you want, we can have another movie night. I'm very happy to try, see if I can organize Avatar Fire and Ash. I will give you like a warning to be like, please watch, well, I guess Avatar 1 if you haven't seen it. Watch Way of the Water if you haven't. If you don't have Way of the Water, I'm sure there's people in the chat who could help you find it. And then I'll see if I can find Fire and Ash, and then we can all watch that. Yeah, airplanes like incubators. No, 100% agree. It's just bad. Like, cause there's like, I don't know how to say it, but like, there's these little air things that kind of push air out. You can spin at the top. All right, and I always like close them because I'm like, I don't want to be sniffing more air than I need to. All right, watch 2 films of Avatar. Okay, do you know how to get past the part in the game where you got stuck? No, I don't. I don't know how to get past. This is the problem why I need chat, because I just got so stuck in the game and was like, I don't have anyone to ask. Right? This is it was so bad. For anyone who did see that stream, it is available as part of the Aries pre-recorded game content, games and more, where we played the bunny bakery that glitched the crazy out, and that other game, the deer one. I still don't know how to progress the game. It feels very much like Escape from Monkey Island. I had to get a guide for Escape from Monkey Island because there's some bits I just got really stuck on. I feel I might need to use a guide for Beyond of Edge of Orland or whatever it's called, because I don't know what to do next. I've done everything in the game that I think I can do, right? One doesn't watch Avatar for the plot. No, you're watching it for the special effects, right? You need to watch the critters, ooh, and then they're flying, and then fighting, and then Peace of the environment is very good. Humans bad. Pew pew pew. Explosion. I'm save you. No, I died. Ah, no, yeah. Weird animal spirit stuff. There we go. That's Avatar, right? Eric should summarize the other two avatars. Oh my gosh, I should do just like the Aries Avatar edition, where I do what I think I remember happened in the movie, and then you guys can just be like, oh, well, that was a very interesting and slightly cursed catch-up. Avatar Aries. You pick up the footprints and give it to the dog. It's really counterintuitive. Oh no. True. Oh no. Right, but it's like we saved the environment. I don't know. It's like the plot. I thought 2 had a refreshing take on the plot, so I do think you deserve to see it if you want to see it. Okay, I do not like. Please see it before if you do want to see it, because I actually thought that it was well done. Like I went in with very low expectations. The bar was on the floor, and it jumped over the bar. I was like, you know what? Fair. You get a gold star, right? Everyone's going to nostalgic critic, eh? Just don't go full Wait, what is nostalgia critic? I have no clue what nostalgia critic is. Aries, last time on Avatar, Aries abridged the Aries show. No! Right? I don't. Yeah. Watch it first. If we go to Fire and Ash, I'll give you like a 10-minute abridged of what I think happened in the last. I don't remember 100% what happened in 1, but I think I can give you a pretty like basic summary, right? And then we can go into Fire and Ash, and if you haven't seen first 2, you can get confused. It'll be very fun. You can try to figure out what happened previously. But yeah, no, I think a film day would be really good. Oh, you know what you should check out though? Like, something I forgot to also mention about the trip in, what's it called, in China, was like, oh, so many cool anime shops. Oh my gosh, if you guys like, I don't know actually, because I don't know all the characters, but there's like this full on like shops, like the in Australia, our shops are kind of like 1 or 2 stories. If you go to the shops in other countries, they are like 6 stories, 7 stories. I don't even know how many shops you can fit on like a shopping place. But it was crazy. Like my mind was like blown on how big, like, you know, Australia's like, oh, look at our big shopping center. Bro, it was embarrassing. Like you go to like, I don't know, like shopping centers in other countries and you're kind of like, oh, is that why people get bored in Australia and get disappointed at our shopping? Like, holy moly, I don't know. Like, it's not even just like one shopping center of like 8 floors. There's like a whole street of like 50 of them. That was like, I think it's called Nanjing or something. And it's crazy. I mean, mind you, like, some of the things are things we've seen. Oh, well, Winoki says, Nostalgia Critic was an internet reviewer that has descended into doing inside references where if you haven't seen the movie, you won't come out of the review knowing anything about the movie. Australia's a small population. Oh, Transylvania, dude! Happy birthday. Thank you! We're celebrating a late Aries' birthday because Aries had her birthday while she was transiting between one place and another. Right? City, 45 kilometers to me, they're building the biggest shopping center in all the country. Nanjing is like one of the largest cities in the worldwide population. Okay, but like, I don't, like, you have to understand, like, as an Australian who comes from like shopping centers that are like at a very small part of Australia, mind you, not like the big part of Australia, like the not so big part of Australia. My shopping centers are very small here, right? You can just like mill around and be like, cool, it's like one story, right? You go to these other places. I don't know if you guys have shopping centers like this, but just like the just to have like, I don't even know how you could like survive with so many shopping centers. Like, who's shopping all the shopping? Like, you don't, how many Pop Marts and so if people don't know, there's like this candy called White Rabbit, and like White Rabbit is like it was invented in Shanghai, and you can get the candy, I already mentioned it previously, like pretty much around the world, but only in the special flavors can you get in what is it, Nanjing, Nanjing, because like it was invented in Shanghai, right? You have like eight White Rabbit shops, but they're like big. They're not like tiny. They're like actual full shops with like 2 levels. And I'm like, but why didn't you just go to one White Rabbit shop? Why do you need 8 of them plus, right? Or like so many Pop Mart like blind box shops. I like who's buying all the blind boxes, right? Like so many clothes. There's a lot of like normal brands that we are familiar with, like I don't know, like your Prada, Gucci, like like handbags, like like I don't know, luxury shops that you already know exist, like Apple, like stuff like that. But like I don't know who's buying all these Pop Marts. I mean, mind you, I did go and have a look at all the Pop Mart shops because Aries likes to go, ooh, so cute, mystery box. But I always get bad things in the mystery box. So that's why I didn't buy any mystery boxes myself. But I don't know, it just blew my brain. I don't think like I could comprehend how big a shopping complex could be till you go to a shopping complex that was that big. And I was like, no wonder people think Australia's shopping is kind of like lol. Like, at least my part. Cause like, yeah, it like, and they have this thing that like it's a known fact that the food shops are always on the top floors, like the top two floors, and then all the like the other shops are like on the bottom floors. So it's like they have this like structure of like how it's like built, like this like thing you just kind of know, right? And then what is it? But again, here the shopping centers are buildings, have all the park and even buildings for workers. What? Nanjing has 10 million people, and there's like all the suburbs around it. Oh, Aries lives in the pocket of a kangaroo. No, but that's what I mean. That's why, like, I mean by like, I guess like maybe some of you peepsies have very big shopping centers, and an 8-story, 9-story shopping center is actually very normal for you guys. But to have like just 1-story shopping places and then go to a place that has like 50 shops plus like of big shops, all like 8 stories and like kabillion shops in there, right? Is just like if that makes any sense. I couldn't comprehend how many shops could be located in one place. And there's a lot of like figurines and stuff. I'm just like, man, it is a lot, right? I don't know, blew my brain, right? Maybe some of you guys to tell me about your biggest shopping complexes in your areas, and we can see who has the biggest shopping complex. But I think I'm winning this one, right? What? The Lulius Mall, a Romanian mall company, makes artificial lakes in the park of the mall. That was like Singapore airport has like crazy, like they have like a full-on like climbing thing going on and some like waterfall thingy, and like oh my gosh, like have you guys seen Singapore airport? Bro, you could like live in there. You could just like hide in the bushes and just say that airport, and it's like it has a train, like a terminal train to take you to different parts of the airport because it's so big. Right? Like, I didn't know an airport could be that big. It was just like, oh my gosh. Like, and they had a giant waterfall shower in it, and I was just like, why? But wow. But why? But like, what? Yeah, a lot of that going on in my brain, right? What is it? Keep in mind, most cities in Australia are very new compared to most places with small population density. Oh, we use the American model of this. I see. They got 4 big new mall projects of €500,000,000 each, and in one, they want to go make a new underground train station for the city where they're making the mall. Yo, Transylvania, that sounds really cool. What? There are people who live in Singapore airport, not legally though. Oh, they are. The next big one to me is probably in Munich, the Olympic Center. The Olympia Center is just 2-story one though. Ah, but yeah, chat, if you ever want to go to a place and see like a 8-story shopping place, it'd just be like, oh, this exists. Go to Nanjing and be like, okay. It was so long. The road was so long that you had to there was a little train thing you could hire for 10 yuan to get to one side to the other, because it was an actual trek to walk down the shopping thing because it was so long. That's how big the street was. Like, if I'm trying to like, I don't know, comprehend the comprehension to tell you guys about the comprehension. Does that make sense? Right? What? China actually has the biggest airport right now. Wait, really? I'm not gonna lie, I didn't walk around in there. I was a bit scared to get lost. I was just like, where do I go? And they just kind of point. You're like, okay, I'm going that way. Right? But I don't know. I think like I don't know. I think Singapore has like a lot of stuff in the airport, I feel. Like very, very like grand, I feel. But I don't know. I don't know where they build big malls like this, but I do think it's very impressive when you can see, what they are building. And yeah, even just like the food. I thought it was cute though. Like, like the food thing is such a common thing, because even like if you went to the anime buildings, mind you, Oh, and I should say this, like, for people who don't know, in Shanghai is the only, I think, Sega shop in China, which was great because I found it by accident. So I saw a giant Miku sign. I was like, I love Miku. They know how to draw people who like these things. Oh, the giant Miku sign, and it took me to Sega. Then I went inside Sega, and it took me to the full-on anime building. And then it was cute because, like, in the food thing, there was like a anime like cafe at the top. But obviously, I was like, I have blown enough money. I don't need to go buy anything else, right? Oh, Aries spent so much money on buying like stuff to give like one-of-a-kind merchandise to you guys. So when we get there, you're gonna be like, wow, look at this one-of-a-kind coolest thing merchandise. You're never gonna see it again, chat. Like Aries got some stuff to like make cool one of kind merchandise when Aries got back, so that it would be worthwhile when you came back. Ah! Also, I should say thank you to Okami Togi and Big Fat for coming. I'm not gonna read the rest of that. Hi, Big. How you going today? We're talking about Aries' big holiday back, which is like exciting because like I for anyone who's obviously new, I usually stream Monday, Thursday, Friday. I should probably mention that. But we are doing a very special stream today, because I kind of messed up my times yesterday, and my stream slot would have just collided with when would be going home, cross like slightly getting out of like the airplane customs or whatever you want to call it. So I was like, I'm not gonna make that stream. I'm going to try go, the next day, and that way can catch up, and plus slightly sick. But how you going? Welcome to the kind of weird Aries party. Also happy, I guess we're in Easter too, so we're having an Easter. But as I said, the building is an even bigger one here in Old Abandoned Industrial Area. Woo! Video Piggy, 2 stories, 490,000 meters squared, 800 plus stores, kiosks, restaurants, 2 hotels, 12 attractions, and one amusement park. Yo, whoa, Video Piggy, where is this? Right? And then Transylvania Dude is the AFI Kroto Center in Brucewash is the largest mall in Romania. Oh, commercial space, total built of 240,000 square meters. Yo! And Phantom says most of the shopping centers here grow around 2 stories down and 3 stories up. Whoa! So they're like underground. You have like basement shops, right? And then Not Cute goes, Mike. Buddy goes, don't tell the orange man chat is something bigger than Rouge. Okay. Do I should tell him, right? What is it? So Not Cute goes talking about random things. There was a guy who used to put on a white coat and walk into the hospital. He used to pretend to be an intern. The doctors would tell him how they practice medicine, and he was a scammer. It took months before anyone realized. He didn't get paid though, so I don't know why he did it. Dude just wanted to live the doctor fantasy life. That's probably it. He didn't become a doctor. He just wanted to feel like a doctor. That's what like Aries was like in the banquet. The what's it called? The Gong Yan. I recommend it, chat. If you want to, like, if you end up wanting to go to China, make sure you book in advance the Gong Yan Han Dynasty banquet, and then book the outfits, and then just they had like the plates had like an animation on them, and they had like full on like stories where like each act they had like 8 mini shows in the show, and it's not the VIP room, it's like the banquet, the one with the big corridor, and I really enjoyed dressing up there. It was really really cool. I thought if there was one thing that I thought wasn't as cool as that people made it out to be, everyone was like, oh, Yu Yan Garden is so great, and I went to the garden and I was like, I felt like there were other better gardens in there. Like for example, like Forbidden City is like, well, you have to go there. That's very good. But I thought Yu Yan Garden was like very maze like you had you had to retake routes like a maze to get to certain areas that were like hidden areas. If you like that, it's good for you. But it's very hard to map your way when it's like a little maze. As you can see, Aries is very bad at mazes, so I just ended up going in circles for a bit. But it was like, it was a lot tighter than I think I thought. And there was so many people like against you that I thought, oh, it's very hard. But there was a very big shopping center and also some like god temple or something next to it. And I thought the shopping was really good there. And that's where I got my tea pet. I didn't tell you about my tea pet. Okay, that's another thing I'm going to talk about, right? Well, Aries stream times, yes, my stream times will resume back to normal. I will have Monday, Thursday, Friday. For my stream release, I will have an extra Tuesday stream to talk about the song, which is coming up. Which is why Aries is so busy and cries. It's like, Aries busy. Not gonna go China, need money to travel Japan. Yeah, go to Japan too, right? I'm just saying, if grandma decided that she wanted to go to the Great Wall of China and decided to help fund your trip, because she wanted to do family days, then yes, you should go to China for these reasons. I'll be to China after Hong Kong, Japan, South Korea, and Vietnam, which are some of the European countries before now. Yeah, and that's totally fine. But I'm not dainty like Aries. Yes, they will have. It was really cool. Okay, wait. I keep getting distracted. So I went to Forbidden City, and we had a guide because I didn't go to the story. There was a Canadians, Russians, UK, Italians, another Australian, right? It was just like multicultural land, right? But it was great because it was a tour and you're seeing like how many like different people around the world are like coming to like see a place, right? And everyone was just like, oh, we were like so excited for a tour. And the guy took our passports to quote unquote get tickets, right? And I remember turning to the Australian guy and be like, he said like he's coming back with our passports, right? And the other Australian guy goes like, we probably should have googled up if there were any passport scams in China. Thankfully, he didn't actually come back with our tickets, but there was a moment of like, lol, dude's just walked off with our tickets and we don't know our passports and we don't know where he's went. But no, you can. There's also in the Forbidden City like a lot of rental places that you can like rent to go like wear costumes and stuff. But Aries like did it. I don't really like. I don't know, like taking photos when there's so many people around me. Like it's a bit crowded. So I really like taking photos in the like the Gongyan banquet because there was like less people and it just had better backgrounds and like the atmos and stuff. But you have to take it before or after, and I think before was better, so you have to come early. But yeah, like I think you should dress up because it's like, I don't know how to say it, it's like part of the thing, right? And I'm sure they have bigger sizes, right? Definitely with the Hanfus. Sorry if I can't pronounce it, just it's Australian. They had like plus sizing and stuff for people if they needed it, so it was very, very good. The new mall will have a retail area of 140. What? 4 hectares big and apartments. No, that's what they also do in so many places as well. Like I find, like I didn't realize how many hotels like link up with like a shop or something, and they're kind of like mushed, right? Yeah, I want to go to Japan. I went like when I was really young and I didn't know anything and I don't remember anything. But I think Korea would be fun too, right? Yeah, definitely Europe. I think Europe would be really fun. But Europe is like far away and I think the euro is a little bit painful for Australians. Like because I think the food was actually reasonably cheap in China. And Indonesia, the food's quite cheap as well. I think unfortunately, I'm like, oh no, the euro is quite high to the exchange rate. So it was like double? I think double. I can't remember, but I remember looking at the exchange rate going, oh no. And then with international exchange fees and stuff, I'm like, oh, we're so cooked, right? I will go to Japan this summer if there's no problems. Yeah! Yeah, I think it'll be very nice. Japan is like on everybody's list. I think something I've been told about a lot of people in Japan is like if you want to go to things, you need to make bookings like in advance because a lot of places are fully booked out, right? And if you don't, like, then unfortunately, you don't get the most of it if you don't. So if you are thinking of going to Japan, which Aries one day do, I'll be booking like things like 6 months in advance so I can get my perfect event, right? Euro is the bigger than the American. Yeah, I know. Euros are double. It's crazy. I mean, here's the thing. I think unfortunately for me, like if I go to places, I probably have to just have like the exchange rate has to be like a little nicer too. So it's like, oh no, because the flight would be, already like a very high considering Australia's like kind of whoop-de-doopty on the other side. Right? Obviously, you're already in Europe. There's probably no issue going to other Europe countries, which makes sense. Like there were a lot of Russians having holidays in China. Right? Lots and lots of Russians having a holiday, which makes sense because they're like kind of next to each other, right? But I think, yeah, like obviously Australia's go-to destination tends to be Indonesia because they're quite close, right? But I think, yeah, the proximity is stinky. I think it's a 12-hour flight if Aries was to go to Japan or something. And then if I have to go to UK, I don't even want to know how long I'm going to be in the sky. The bleh explodes. Also, like, definitely for me, I had a lot of like flight, like I wouldn't do a direct trip. I had like a flight, right? So, like, cause it's cheaper, right? I don't know, direct flight. I'd be like spinning, man. You say no. Speaking of Japan, oh yo, Cyan, yes. For anyone who doesn't know, Cyan is of Rame and got married and is having a trip to Japan. So if you want to, I don't know, get Japan trips, I'm sure Cyan can give you some Japan trips. Aries just got China trips, right? China tips that now you know how to bypass the VPN and where to go. I would say like places that are overrated. Let me think. I feel like some of the shopping malls are like minus Nanjing. Sometimes you get a few things that are like, oh, you should go to this shopping mall. Be careful because I swear that some of these sites that are saying to go to these shopping malls are the shopping malls putting up the sites to say to go to their shopping mall. So I think some of the shopping malls are a bit kind of but like definitely like the tourist sites that they often recommend. I think it's recommended to go. I thought it was pretty good for what I saw. Right, Aries, have you heard the song "I've Been to Bali Too"? I've been to Bali. Can you sing that song now? Also, don't sing that song. You might consider it too not what. I have never heard this song, but Bali's cool. If you I've been to Bali like a very long time ago, but okay, maybe it doesn't work if you're like really far away like from Bali. But like at least if you're in Australia, like it's pretty close to fly. Your Australian dollar is a lot higher to the Bali currency. So you can obviously do a lot more things there. I think the only downside with Bali is like the safety things are like not as good, so you can get mad food poisoning from probably things not being as like hygienic as Australian standards and like like I've heard of people getting injured on there because like the checks aren't as good sometimes. So just as long as you're being safe, right? But Bali's really cool. Like the culture's really nice there. I find like even for like the brief day that I was in Indonesia on my transit, we checked out like some shopping malls and like my grandma got me see Aries is like okay I got another story time. Aries is like a the sort of person who scuttles around and doesn't really do the whole makeup facial thing, but my grandma was like, look, while we're transiting I booked you a facial, and Aries was like, what's that? And then it's like, oh, is it like a face massage? Now I understand what all those like Insta girlies are like, I got a facial and it was so fabulous. I'm like, oh boy, that was not like a face massage. It was like 2 months of like face treatment. And Aries was just confused the whole time. Right? That's an Australian song? Oh. I feel not very cultured that I don't know it. I should Google it up after. Okay, put the title in. I'll watch it off stream just in case it says things I shouldn't be seeing. Right? Huh? The Russians are going to China also because the EU sanctioned for Ukraine. Oh. That's a good point, Transylvania, dude. I think about it. But, you know, there was a nice Russian cherry on top of the Great Wall of China. What was it? I think it was, I don't know what, but he said something like, oh, like, where are you from? And then like, obviously I said Australia. He's like, oh yeah, we're like from Russia and we're like checking out the Great Wall. And he's like, oh, your accent was just really interesting. I'm like, is this a very nice, friendly fellow? Right? But no, there was so many, like people you could like, it's just because it's not English they're speaking, right? I actually originally thought it was French, but then I know that because I did Italian for like a few years in like primary school that I think French and Italians have like la, le, lot, like they have like things before their words, like they're feminine or masculine or something for the words. And I wasn't hearing that in the language, so I'm like, no, they can't be French. It has to be something else. And I'm like, oh, it's like it's really really cool to see how many people are like are going there. I'm like, oh. But they can also speak really good English. Oh my gosh, chat. I love this one though. But like, I went to the Burger King on the Great Wall of China before the Great Wall of China. And it's just full of tourists speaking English. It was like the most beautiful thing in the world. I was like, dude, I'm not even in China at this point. It's just the world has come for Burger King. Burger King before the Great Wall of China deserves a medal. The poor fellow was like, huh? What? See, Australia is discount America. Oh, okay. I mean, that's okay. We probably have like it makes sense in that we take a lot of influence from the UK and America. So like just like we probably all have misconceptions of every place. Like Australians unfortunately think, you know, I don't know. From my friends, they've told me that there's pickpockets in Europe, and be so careful of the pickpockets. They're like pickpockets everywhere. And he's like, oh my god, I'm getting pickpocketed, right? But okay, what? Why did you go to Burger King? Before the Great Wall of China. Bless this guy, because he was trying to like. Clearly, he was not from. I don't know, where is it? This guy, I don't know. He spoke to me in another language because clearly he thought I was probably from somewhere else. And then I literally, he clearly asked in another language, like how do I, like, where do I pay? And I just was like responded in English, and I was like, dude, just like pay at the kiosk here, it's in English, you can beep it. And he's like, he speaks in English, goes, oh lol, you can speak English. So it seems like no one knows what anyone's speaking in this Burger King because it's just international everywhere. It's alright. It's just, you know, just go to the Great Wall of China Burger King. Everyone, you know. There was like other shops, like there was Pizza Hut, Great Wall of China, and there was like some other shops. But because Aries had allergies and she was really hungry, she's like, if I go to a Burger King, it's like Hungry Jack's is like Burger King for people who need it, like who don't know. But Australia has Hungry Jack's, so that's like our equivalent of Burger King. Right? But yeah, like Great Wall of China, Burger King, also different to Hungry Jack's in Australia. They had these weird like chicken cheese sticks, and like they had their KFC, but their KFC, like they had KFC, like that, like KFC like chicken in Burger King for some reason, because I got like the Burger King 2 meal pack, and it had KFC in it. Like actual KFC, not the Chinese KFC where it's like just cooked chicken, but it was like fried like KFC like chicken in the Burger King. And and then the Burger King burger tastes like Hungry Jack, so that was expected. And then I think it had chicken nuggets too. It was a very interesting Burger King experience. What is it? McDonald's is good, yeah. What? But yeah, I think you're getting pickpocketed in New York too. It just doesn't get publicized as much because if you get pickpocketed in New York, it's very hard for the police to track them down. No, there was no Taco Bells in China from what I could see. Unfortunately, I did not see no Taco Bells. There is Taco Bell in Australia, but I haven't gone there because I don't think I'd like a taco. I don't know. I haven't actually eaten it at a Taco Bell yet. I probably should eat it at a Taco Bell in Australia. I should do that at some point. Okay, chat, I'm gonna go to a Taco Bell at some point and eat a Taco Bell, right? During the Paris Olympics, Americans terrorized French pickpockets. I heard about that. I heard they like made booby trap wallets they purposely dropped, and people got like one pickpocket actually ended up in hospital or something. Right? Oh, and thank you for following Simon Smoke as well. Sorry, I didn't say thank you previously. But I heard that, yeah, someone actually ended up in hospital. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe that's a little bit far. It was funny until I guess someone got hurt. But I guess it tells them not to take things that aren't their property, question mark? It's kind of like chaotic good at that point. Like, you shouldn't be booby trapping things. I don't think that's good, but they also kind of, you know, took a wallet they weren't supposed to. Like, I feel bad if, like, maybe someone genuinely wanted to, like, check the wallet for ID if they wanted to return it. But, like, if you're taking the wallet because it's not yours, you may deserve it, right? I feel sympathy for them. More should have been done. Taco Bell's been having problems in Australia because we already have an established Mexicans, because, yeah, we already have the Gomez. I don't know what it's called. There's another Mexican yellow brand that's like very popular. So I don't know. I don't. There's like I've seen a Taco Bell once, but then when I was hungry, I just opted for like the other food choice. Like I should try Taco Bell, but I just doesn't like. Whenever there's a chance to do it, it's just something that looks better to eat than Taco Bell. You know. The US chain struggles so hard. Starbucks tried twice. Yeah, Starbucks is like, because we're like all coffee hipsters in Australia. In America, so I don't know why they do that. Even KFC in Australia has been selling nuts. What? Chat, I'm gonna go eat some KFC nachos. I need what? No, when did this happen? You go away for a month and KFC starts selling nachos? They didn't leave trapped wallets on the ground. They left them in their pockets. Oh, Guzman White. Yeah, that one. The Guzman Gomez one is a lot better than Taco Bell and very delicious. Taco Bell tried to establish itself in Germany 3 times. I read a few days ago they are preparing a 4th attempt. Taco Bell is making Mexican food. Okay, but yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's, I guess like I would be so curious like going to like maybe the US for the US food places, but the problem is that they all come to Australia anyway. So at this point I'm like, well, before Taco Bell came to Australia, I'm like, oh, I've always wanted to try a Taco Bell. And then the Taco Bell came to Australia, and then I haven't tried the Taco Bell yet. Chat, I need to try a Taco Bell. I want to like see what's in it, but I probably don't like it because I don't really like beans. So I probably won't like Taco Bell. Is it like just like a chicken burrito without beans? Right? Los Polios Hermanos is poop though. Oh, no problem. Watch the language for the S word, but what do you mean by Polios Hermanos? What is that? Is it good? Is it Mexican? I have no clue about that. I don't know about. I guess there's some really good food chains. Like, because even in China, there were a bunch of food chains that look really interesting. And I would eat them, right? If it wasn't for the fact that I would probably potentially roulette myself into a hospital. But like it was so fascinating seeing these like chains that don't exist here, right? Especially the special bit. What is this place? Probably. I have no clue what this is. I'm gonna Google it now. Am I gonna get my eyes burnt off if I Google this? Okay, I'm Googling it. La la la. If you have sent me into a place I do not wish to see, this is 100% your fault, chat. Los Polos Hermanos is Chicken Brothers, a fast food chicken restaurant. Oh, it's based on Breaking Bad. I actually never watched Breaking Bad. No, I didn't. I missed the whole Breaking Bad fandom. I guess, like, for me, you could probably see, like, some dude mixing some stuff probably wasn't going to be down Aries' alley. I mean, I'm sure it might be a good show, but, like, if you imagine the Aries, what Aries doesn't know, Aries seems to be of what you have known, the idea of a mysterious man mixing some stuff probably isn't in my book of things to go look at. Right? I'm sure it's good. I heard so many people tell me, like, oh, Aries is such a good show. But I was like, this guy mixing things. Huh? Aries won't say the word. No, I'm not saying any words. Aries is a nice bean. It's not my type. Exactly. So, like, I'm sure there's some, like, and I did hear a lot of people say it was a good show. Like, there's a reason why there's such a following behind that show, right? But it, like, I guess from, like, just what I heard, it's like, there's a guy and he's mixing things. I'm kind of like, it's probably gonna get real, muddy, right? Like, if you know he's going down that way, you know what's gonna come after. Like, things are gonna get real messy real quick. And I'm like, train wreck in slow motion, I'm sure of it, right? This is without ever seeing it. I'm assuming that he goes to jail or dies, probably. I don't know. He gets his just desserts. No, he gets punished. I don't know. I feel like, that's probably what sort of show it is. Like a Path to Darkness show or something, right? Breaking Bad, no baking bread. Yes, baking bread, yes. But we just bake bread positively, and you need to keep baking bread every day at the streams. Right? What? No, exactly not cute. I don't wish to be taking anything magical. I've never touched anything. I should probably just say that. Aries is like, yeah, I've never touched anything. I know, people do stuff, but I've always been like, no, I like the sanctity of my brain and to think about things. At most, I think I've tried alcohol once. And I really didn't enjoy it. It was really bad. I don't even have coffee, right? That's how much Aries does not like messing with the brain. Okay, so I think not doing, unfortunately as well, and maybe that's it, I have actually also heard a story about someone whose brother may have permanently damaged their brain, and it's really hard for the whole family because the person's not functioning very well. I've had someone I talked to who permanently has psychosis because they took something that they really should have not a lot. Not that they're friends, it's just people that you meet and you're just kind of like, I don't want to touch that. I like to not be insane. My brain's working perfectly fine right now, right? Huh? Ah, yes, we're talking about don't take too many Panadols. That also can get you very much in trouble. Aries, I like sweets. There we go, right? The same way. No coffee. I have coffee withdrawals now. I could never drinks 5 cups in a night shift. Yeah, but that's the thing, right? I have people I know who like they actually cannot function without coffee. I think, you know, if you can control your coffee and you can have a coffee and you can function perfectly fine without coffee, I think you're okay, right? But I've met people who are like not functioning without their coffee. And I don't think, you know, it's good when you're in the morning and you're like shaking because you haven't had your coffee and you're now really grumpy and you like, yeah, withdrawals, right? Like, I don't like that. I don't like the idea of having to be like, I need to go find like something because like I can't function now, right? I've never liked that idea, right? I don't care. Like, you know, I worked as a barista and believe it or not, I didn't drink coffee, which people thought was whack because they're just like, what do you mean? Right? Or I not worked at the barista, but like I was more waitressing, but I did got training to know how to use the coffee machine. But no, I was just like, no, I don't like. They were like, you know, oh yeah, you want to get free coffee? You can get free coffee because you're barista. You should take it. I was like, nah, I'm good. You know, I know how this works, right? What is it? Have you had American candy before? What is American candy? Twinkies. Oh, dude, that's bad. Chat, don't eat Twinkies. I got curious because we had some Americana like shops open up where they sell American candy. I want to try Pop-Tart one day. But anyways, and they had a Twinkie, and every like American movie has like a Twinkie or some Twinkie reference. So I was like, oh, these Twinkies must be really good. I've never had something like I don't know, it's like coat your esophagus in sugar on the way down. I actually felt bad after, and like we bought a whole box, and I was like, I just needed one. Like I don't even want to eat the rest of this, right? Because it was like scarred from the Twinkie. So I don't think I've had American candy before. Aries is addicted to sugar. I do like sweets, but I think like Twinkies are like a little bit too far. I like my dosage of sweets. I think I know when to stop. Like I think you can eat sweets, but there's like a limit. It's like too much sweet. Growing up, there were so many ads that you got free stuff in school. Oh no. And I still haven't seen that happen. Oh, okay. Yeah, don't kids, stay safe. Your brain is working perfectly fine. Don't do something that will make it really bad because, yeah, I'm seeing the fallout on some person whose brother's now not very well. It was very sad, right? What is it? Who is shaking from the coffee withdrawals? Like, is that a thing? I think the person was having like, I don't know how it was. It was like triple shot something in the morning, and I'm just like, this is probably, and then we're having like 8 coffees a day. I think that's gonna cook your brain after a bit of coffee. I think the coffee's fine. It's like anything, you know, if you can control yourself and it's a coffee and you're totally fine after, there's no issue. If you're having like 8 coffees a day, you might need to ask yourself if you need 8 coffees a day. The way coffee works as well is that like if you don't have it, it'll pick you up, but I'm pretty sure like the receptors like acclimatized to it. So instead of bringing you like a peak, it'll just bring you back to like the norm as you run out of whatever that thing that goes into receptor. I don't remember. There's like a whole science with the coffee, right? Twinkies aren't considered candy, but they're like so sweet. I don't know how you guys can eat Twinkies. Chat, you should all try a Twinkie and then tell me that I did not warn you. If you really think that you don't trust the Aries, you should eat the Twinkie. Trust me, it'll be great. Coat your esophagus with sugar. It's so like, it was like a different sugar though. Like it was like slimy sugar. I don't know, man. Twinkies built different. I'm like, ooh, right? Ready to cook by the varying shifts every week. But was like, I don't need to worry because I already my brain tired. Sadly, if you're ADHD, coffee doesn't wake you up. It makes you sleepy. Oh no, Bromley. I mean, I guess that works as well. Okay. What is it? I'm never eating a Twinkie. They sound awful, and I hate corn syrup. Also, chat, I will probably be wrapping up with 9 p.m. around the corner because I need to get to sleep, and I have a pile of stuff that I actually need to sort out that I was supposed to do, but it's just now sitting on my bed that I need to do. But I will probably wrap up in 2 minutes. I want to also just say, like, I'm really glad you guys all came. So thank you for this very last minute stream that was like obviously on a day that we not normally do. I'll see you guys on Monday for like trying to go back to original times. That being said, I will forewarn things could get shaky if there is anything with work, if it requires me to do like extra hours to catch up, because there's this whole like thing now where like, you know, obviously come back, you have to like, there's the person who hand over you stuff, and then, you know, sometimes they don't do what they're supposed to do, so they hand over you like the whole month that you weren't there. And I'm like, oh, please, no overtime, right? So if it gets like that, I'm obviously going to be like, oh, well, you know, I will have to deal with that basket. Yeah, and I probably will get some sleep because I need it. More chatting next, exactly. I want to make a PowerPoint, get some photos of, what's the word, of like what I actually took photos of, because I just didn't have time today, and actually show you a bit of like some things if I get the time. If not, we will just probably just go into normal Yakuza. I want to do the blind box opening on Monday as well. Oh no, not cute. I have disability in my brain, doesn't work perfectly fine. Throwing bottles at my brain hurts. No, it's okay. Hey, coffee is coffee. If it works for you, it works for you. Stay cool. Yes. All of you stay cool. Every single one of you. Man, I haven't raided out in ages. Okay, let's go. Let's see which cool cat we're gonna go raid out to. Let's see what we got cooking. But la 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 la. Where are we going? It scratches head. Where's everybody? Sure. Let's go right into this Feeny Calf. This Feeny Calf. Okay, right into Feeny Calf. Finifida Calf. Okay. Thank you, Pepper. No worries. Thanks for the stream. Welcome back to Streamland. I'm back. And thanks for Christian and having a nice Easter. Yes, I hope everybody's having an amazing Easter as well. Once again, I don't think I got enough time to do an Easter stream, but we had a last minute birthday stream. I will see you around on Monday for some more stories. But I am going to get some sleep and hope I get back to 100%. So I'll have much more. Don't forget to check out the song coming out as well on Tuesday, and there will be additional stream on Tuesday for all that coming out. But if nothing happens, Tuesday can have things happen on it, same as Wednesdays. I'm just like, please, nothing fall on that day. I plan this in advance. If it's work, it's work. I'm forewarning you guys. If anything happens last minute, it's work. But oh wait, I'll raid. Is this working? I don't remember how to do it, chat. It's been a while, right? Okay, my epic legends. I wish you all the very best. Don't forget to take care of yourself. Thank you so much for coming back and seeing Aries. Aries missed you all. For all the new people coming around, please check out my streams on Monday, Thursday, Friday for my usual time slots. That being said, hey, maybe I'll be on a Saturday for the conventions that are coming up for a stream. Hopefully a live stream that you might be able to also be at the convention with me. So, Mark Hamill, out. It's alright. This is very last minute, right? Mark Himmel, catch me on Monday, Thursday, Friday, my usual times, okay? I do need to head out because Arius needs food and is like very slightly sick still. So, thank you. Yeah, not you. All the gifties. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Have a great one. Until next time, stay amazing, and it's great to see you back and be back in action. Bye.